www.pncradio.fm.
The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Strategies, internet, celebrity, radio personality, making triple your salary, still hood. Actually, we could discuss anything. Politics, family, hip-hop, religion, and current events. You wanna hear the truth right now? This is it. Combat Jack featuring Dallas Penn on PNC Radio.fm. The best of the bloggers, destined for stardom. We asked the questions, you scared to argue. We accomplished the things they said it was too hard to. About to turn the levels way up on you. From Brooklyn to Cali to Europe, Africa, Asia. We laughing at haters continually stacking this paper. Media, internet, music don't matter, we major. Thanks for logging on, you did yourself a big favor. Get ready for combat. Get ready for combat. Get ready for combat. And even y'all is on the format. Get ready for combat. Featuring Dallas Penn on www.pncradio.fm. Stand out. Nickel plated. Comment in the building.
Yeah. Ben, we are on the air.
Are we now? Yes, we are. Hey.
What's up, Matt Raz? We are on the air.
Look at that.
We're on the air.
Super producer A King, what up?
Yo.
What I'm supposed to do now? It's all fucked up now. What I'm supposed to do now, internet? What's going on, internet? You're tuned in to the Combat Jack Show.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
Premium Pete is not with us tonight. He's running around with Bun B. He's getting ready for the Gumball rally. What they at? The Static Selector album release?
Static Selector terminology.
Yeah, Static Selector got another album coming out, huh?
Static be putting albums out, B.
Seems like every day I wake up a new...
Static Selector be putting albums. How many albums Static put out, man?
More than Tupac.
I lost count, man.
Yo, Static Selector be putting them albums out.
He put out his album.
So this is 1982 this time, though, so it's not
this
just,
one is 1982.
You know,
it's him in terminology.
I thought that album came out already, though.
I thought that was 1980.
I feel like it's come out a few times.
He put out 1980.
Here's one thing you know, though. There's going to be a lot of posse cuts with about 12 rappers you don't care about. And two that you kind of like.
To his credit,
which one is terminology?
To Static Selector's credit, last summer I was at his crib listening to his album. I was going to review it for that magazine.
Did you get shot?
No, I didn't get shot. He didn't pull out any guns. Static Selector's known to pull out guns at his house. But usually when there's large functions, like picnics and shit. So I was at Static's crib, and he put me on to the rapper Lecrae, who I didn't know anything about. And now I think this rapper Lecrae, this Christian rapper, is getting a lot of love. Because that's Jeremy Lin's favorite rapper, some shit like that.
Yeah, he's alright though.
He can spit.
Yeah, he can.
I don't really fucks with the Christian rappers because I don't want to hear no niggas rapping about driving to church and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's not hot to me. I'm a heathen like that. You know what I'm saying? But I heard Lecrae. He sounded like he wanted to talk about some gun shit on the way to church. Though I'm not mad at that. Just Blaze is in the UK. Doing UK European shit on his Illuminati. What up, Just Blaze? What up, Dallas Penn?
Echo.
What up? All right. What we doing today, man? Yo, Matt, man. It's pretty interesting, man. I have never done a show with just you and Ben Hameen and super producer A King. Right. I've had different variations. I've had, like, in the beginning, I had a show, like one of our first early runs, dry runs. Dallas wasn't in the building, but I did it with Boss Nard and Just Dave.
Oh, okay. Boss Nard's a television personality. You got him to do radio?
Is he doing TV now?
I believe I saw him on MTV2. I don't know if it was the Sucker Free or the 10.
He's a talking head right now?
Yeah.
Boss Nard is a talking head?
Yeah.
See, I haven't been watching TV.
But they don't call him that though. They call him his like proper like.
Oh, Renard, Jean-Louis Francois.
Toussaint Louverture.
Yeah, Toussaint Louverture.
Yeah, I don't know. It barely fits in like that lower third title. Like you might be too Haitian for television.
Too Haitian for television, man. So yeah, man, I've been riding my bike, man. You know, this discussion we had last week with A King. You know, about him being on his dean and him getting offended. And I by the way, I gotta apologize. I wasn't trying to offend you last week.
Nah,
you're just so fucking sensitive.
I was you got a knack for shocking. You know, for the shock
I'm not
value.
a shock jock.
So when you said that, it was like, damn, son.
I was just talking to you because I think we share the same thing. We both trying to lose weight. I told my wife about the concept. Hey, King got mad. She's
what
like,
did Kim say?
She's like, you're a fucking asshole. You don't know what to say to people.
I think she's going to tell you that anyway.
And I'm like, yo, but, you know, shit, if I can't talk to my friends about real shit. Anyway, fuck it, man. So, I've just been riding my bike every day.
Hey, King's going to power us down. We better move on.
I've been riding my bike since Friday. Had a meeting in the city. I said, fuck it, rode to the city.
Wow.
Riding three times.
So it was good it wasn't like a hot day or anything like that.
It was nice and hot.
Oh, okay.
I didn't give a fuck.
So you didn't show up like all sweaty and shit to your
meeting?
I
was sweaty, the meeting. Yeah, we sat down. It was she. I didn't give a fuck, man. What? These motherfuckers call me.
Is this part of you? Did you implemented the riding bike with the P90X?
I'm not doing none of that gay shit, man. No shouts to the homos and I'm sorry. Yo, for real, I'm not on my PC shit, man. I got love for everybody, man. But seriously, man. I just decided I wanted to do something more natural. But Matt Raz, you ride your bike a lot, right? Or you used to?
Yeah, I kind of fell off on that. I don't really know about bicycle maintenance, so I've kind of used the flat tire and fucked up brakes as an excuse to not ride my bike.
Why don't you get your shit maintained? You get your shit maintained, man. Get your shit
because I feel like I'm getting ripped off if I bring it to the place. It can't be that hard. There's not that many parts. Whoa.
Were you listening to the show?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the show.
No, but I gotta lose weight. Man. For some reason, I feel that we're on the cusp of something big, and I definitely feel, in this media game, man, you gotta look the part.
Absolutely.
Nobody's trying to fuck with no big ass chubby black nigga. So, I might as well try to Nick Cannon it up. It's summer, the weather's nice. My time is fucked up. I can't even go to the gym. I'm so busy. But I figure I'm going to ride my bike around. My main question,
I thought you were going to that, 5 in the morning gym.
Man, that shit don't work, man.
$5 a year.
That shit doesn't work. 5 o'clock in the morning. I could do it, but then I'm fucking up the rest of my life.
Okay.
So, my question is this, though, and this is a little intimate, but you've ridden your bike a lot, right?
Somewhat, yeah.
It seemed like you used to ride.
I go in and out of regular bike riding periods, but yeah,
I ride my bike pretty much every day.
You ride your bike every day?
Yes, sir.
So my question is this, man: when do your balls stop hurting?
You got to get that good seat.
That is a good seat. There's some gel shit right there. Pause.
No, my gel seat looks a lot better than yours.
You got extra cushion and shit?
Yeah, I got something that's not hurting like that. That doesn't look comfortable.
You got to get a special custom seat with a saddlebag to the side that you kind of just tuck the ball bag into for safe riding.
Let me tell you, man. Sunday and Monday, I went around the park 3 times, and I could go further. I could probably do 5 times, which would be close to 20 miles. But my nuts, man, my nuts would start hurting, and the shit felt so painful. It felt like a nigga was squeezing my nuts through my joint, man.
Damn.
Pause.
That's the thing. They say it's like riding a bike or whatever. You definitely don't forget how to do it. But once you ride a bike as an adult, it didn't hurt to ride a bike when you were a kid.
It didn't. But my fat ass, I'm saying, all that pressure. But cats are telling me that the pain wears off, I guess, or you get used to it, or your nuts toughen up. Is that the case?
Ouch.
Ben Hameen?
Nah, like I say, I got a nice gel seat, so I don't
your
know.
shit
I
never hurt?
don't have any of these issues you have, and plus, you know what I mean. It takes brass balls to be a DJ, so you know. You never seen fuck it.
Nah, there's no registration of what you just said to me, man. But you know, bicycling and trying to change. My wife said some shit last night about pork, man. That fucked me up, man. Like she said some shit about I love pork, B.
Combat.
I love don't lecture me, man. I hate when niggas lecture me.
What was the thing you guys were talking about though on Twitter about pork? About put it in ginger ale? Or
I don't know what the fuck.
Soda.
First of all, why would you ever put any food in soda?
Yeah, what the fuck were you talking about, Ben?
How is this found out?
First of all, I don't want to listen to Ben Hamid.
You don't want to hear it
because he's a vegetarian.
I eat fish, and I grew up eating pork.
I think the listeners want to hear it.
I grew up eating pork, though.
Yeah.
I grew up in the South enjoying it. It's delicious. Yep.
And burn incense once you get home, man.
And it's beautiful.
So when you come at me sometimes with the, combat, pork, I don't want to hear that shit, B. Your whole lifestyle is different from mine, B.
You talking about the maggots?
Nigga, you don't even have kids. What happens when you, so what happens when you stick pork in, like, why would a nigga stick pork in 7-Up or ginger? What, tell me what you saying, man.
When you stick a piece of uncut pork in a ginger ale, maggots will come shooting out of it.
Absolutely.
Shooting out?
Guaranteed.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10.
9 times out of 10.
Have you done this shit?
According to most. No, I've never done that. Why would I wait to get
Wait. Hold up.
This sounds like some fucking urban legend shit.
Yeah,
They have, but I've seen.
You don't eat pork too, A-King?
I used to eat pork as a child.
Until you became a Muslim.
I'm not a Muslim. I respect the Muslims, but I'm not. I don't subscribe.
You're not a Muslim?
No, sir.
I thought A-King was a righteous name.
It's just an affirmation of his existence.
You remember that shit?
There you go.
Nah, but for real though, they have like YouTube. I mean, not to say shit can't be doctored, but you can. Well, according to the video, you can put like he said. Put pork, Pepsi, and it'll change into, you see maggots coming out of the actual.
Man, I don't believe that shit at all, B. That shit don't sound right. What up, AZ?
AZ.
What's up, man?
What's up, brother?
What's going on, man? Yo, you rather unique, brother. What's happening, man? What's up, man?
What's up, man? Hey, nigga, money?
I mean, AZ just walked in the building.
AZ just walked in the building.
Nice segue. This is probably a nice segue.
We got Chaz Williams in the building, too. Yo, AZ, we gonna wrap up this intro, and then we gonna pull you in. We got legends in the building today. We got legends in the buildings.
We should ask AZ. We should ask AZ if he eat pork.
Yo, actually, AZ. Call AZ in here for a second.
This is the
Yo, AZ, I got a question for you. A quick question. Just talking to the mic. Quick question, man. You eat pork?
See?
You just walked out.
He walked back out of the room.
Just walked out. The Bills 2012. But AZ is a good Muslim brother too, right?
But that's the thing.
Do you
Righteous
think you put
guys like
pork and soda?
Pork is like forbidden in Muslim. A lot of
most religions.
Yeah,
in most religions, and my wife was saying
even
that.
In Christianity, I think it was Leviticus.
Even in Orthodox.
Was it in Leviticus? They have like the diet, and they say that, that.
Do you have a sizzling sound effect, man? Because it's nothing better than a crispy side of bacon, B.
I can't lie.
I mean, you eat pork, Matt Raz?
I mean, yeah.
Do you bacon, right?
Definitely bacon. I don't necessarily care about all pork. I mean, although this weekend I had a really good pulled pork sandwich at the
God!
At the Fifth Avenue Fair in
seeped in barbecue sauce.
You know what?
It was crazy.
Oh my God! Internet. So y'all eat pork?
2 weekends ago, these cats rented out the spot, and they was roasting a pig on the deck.
Oh, okay, with like the apple in the mouth and all that, rotating on the.
Did you go to Googa Mooga? Well, finish that.
I rode by there, Googa Mooga.
They had a pig and a pig.
But pig and a pig.
But basically, what my wife was saying.
So wait, so like a cooked pig fetus?
No, they had it was actually a big giant barbecue pit shaped like a pig. So it was like a big giant metal pig, and inside they had a roasting pig.
It just sounds like turducken.
It was like a Trojan pig.
It was like like a Trojan pig. Yeah.
It was like turducken. Matt Raz said Trojan pig. But anyway, let me get back to the story. So I've been having these salads with avocado and beets. I love beets, by the way. Beets is fucking bomb. But I've been having with little chopped up pieces of bacon. Just so keep my shit grounded as I'm trying. You can't just change a nigga's diet like that. But last night my wife was like, she's been, reading a lot about genetically modified food.
GMOs.
And she's talking about pork and how these scientists do all of these tests with pork because their genome or the genetic makeup is the closest to humans. And
I thought you was
eating like I'm not righteous like y'all niggas, man. I don't put oil on my Adam's apple and walk around ashe and all that shit, man. I'm not Yoruba and all of that, man. But anyway, look, man, look, what is that?
You got all kind of oils on you in little vials.
A vial
He
of
actually
oil
has them on him.
What is that? Egyptian musk?
Nah, it's African musk.
No,
No, it's not. It's Kush.
Kush, you got Kush, African musk.
Where do you? So you just buy this from some vendor on the street, or where do you get that?
It's an actual store.
Hold on, Combat. Theodis Jones just on the check-in said that pork and soda is false.
Yeah, I mean, think about it, dog. Think about it. Listen to me, man. Listen to me. I'm not a scientist and I'm not righteous, but I'm not an asshole, stupid asshole, B. Your body is made up of acids and soda is acid. So, nigga, if you put a pork chop in soda and the shit theoretically pops into maggots, that shit would happen as that shit's going down your trachea, too. Your body got acids in it, B. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. Ben, I mean? You running around telling niggas fairy tales and you a grown ass man.
Yo,
Santa Claus is also real.
What?
That's the roasted pig.
But wait, you did maintain that this was a real thing, or you were just...
No, I've just been told this. I'd never seen it for myself.
Just spreading the lore, but not.
So anyway, so basically my wife was saying that pork is kind of like genetically, even though they don't fucking look like us, it's like one of the animals that look closest to human beings. And basically the way their skin, it's like being a fucking cannibal. And she was like, yo, man, the way she explained it to me, I was like, I can't fuck with that. That's like eating a baby. And some good ass barbecue sauce. I mean, the barbecue sauce might be bang, but it's still a baby. So now I'm looking at pigs like they're babies. And then I went on this site. I wish I had the sound effects, but it's the sound effects. It's the audio of pigs being slaughtered. They sound like fucking people. They're like, yo, please don't fuck with me with that big ass blade, Farmer John. The motherfuckers be screaming.
Have you seen the PETA? I
don't fuck with PETA. I let my mink drag on the floor.
Have you seen Babe 2, Pig in the City? This did not happen in that movie.
Nah, it didn't happen. But there's this movie that I want to check out called Forks Over Knives. Have you heard about this shit? Have you seen it?
Yeah, I haven't.
Because you're a righteous. You got it on you.
Yo, shout out to Nadi, man. What? Shout out to my dude Nadi. He was, Nadi was on his fitness shit, right?
Yeah, he lost all that weight,
and he created his own program basically. And on his site, he referenced the Forks and Knives movie. I went, Barnes & Noble picked it up. It's a very interesting movie.
Nadi was out doing a whole bunch of colonics too, right?
I mean, he did blood testing to see, how he could manipulate his body. That's how I actually learned about the 4-hour body.
You do colonics, man?
Nah, actually, nah.
I've never had a colonic?
No, I never have. I've thought about it, but no.
Matt Raz, you ever had a colonic?
Can't say that I have.
Yeah, you've had a
twice.
Colonic? Yeah,
twice.
How'd you like that shit, man?
It wasn't about me liking it.
They stick a tube in your anus.
It wasn't about you liking it. It was about you loving it.
You really want to know?
They stick a nice little tube in your anus.
I'm gonna say some shit, right? So, what happened is,
and they flush liquids in your body.
Yeah, they take the tube
from the little tube in your anus.
They take the tube, and
is there
depending on how big the hole in your culo is, right? They have like these little inserts,
and they try to widen your shit out.
It's like Beats by Dre, how they have like the different fittings on it.
They try to widen your shit out. They try to stretch your shit out.
Man.
They try to music break.
So. Nah, I don't mean to gross y'all out, but honestly, they put fluids like purified water and whatnot, distilled water, and it cleanses your intestines,
your colons, and your anal.
You see the shit that comes literally the stuff that's in your body.
That shit cleans your anals.
And depending on how bad your system is, you might need a couple.
How you see it? It's like flushing out through like a clear hose, like a big straw. Basically.
Yeah, it's like in a basin, like a see-through, like big.
Okay.
And
actually, you know what? I'm not gonna front about.
It's not bad as it sounds, honestly.
I used to get Colonics. My wife had me on some Colonics about 15 years ago, and that shit is kind of cool. You walk into it's nice. We getting them up in Columbus Circle, around Columbus Circle, where they had like a client list, like Missy when she was big and got skinny. It was all because they was washing out her butthole. Right?
So you're telling me it was just like she lost like 30, 50 pounds?
Yeah, they was washing out her body.
They said you could lose a lot of weight.
But what was ill is, I
guess I could believe that though. It's probably a lot stored up.
What's uncomfortable? Jerome's over there laughing. What, you laughing because they was washing out their butthole? So anyway, the shit was. I hate the pause, the insertion. You know what I'm saying? And then them niggas start flushing that water in your stomach. You be feeling your stomach starts rising because it's filling up. You're like, hold up. It's supposed to be going out, not in.
And they got to
and they be pushing that shit, and you be seeing all types of,
old shit.
Dead meat that been in your shit.
Big Macs from 1970.
Since 88, since when Jay-Z was spending money.
Oh.
But the only thing I really don't like about that shit is afterwards, you still got them liquids in your body. And you walking around and shit, and your shit be draining down your leg, B.
Damn, so there's leakage.
Yeah, like shit. That's another thing. They flushing out mucus out your body.
Yes.
But like the thing is, man, like you gotta fucking take.
They're flushing out mucus all the way through your ass.
But you got you
got butt boogers.
Yeah. It's the mucus that causes the cancer. But what I'm saying is, if you don't fucking, it's all anal, man. Because if you don't fucking take toilet paper and create a butt plug, B,
yo,
you'll go to
we gotta go to break. We gotta go to break.
You gotta put a pamper on and shit.
You'll fucking go to a meeting.
You can't
You'll go to a fucking meeting. This is when I was loying. You go to a fucking meeting and that shit be running down your suit pants, B. That's not hot. You're like, yo, did a nigga just fart? Nah, it's just some leakage.
So how do the clients feel when you meet and you got like shit like leaking out your pant like into your Gucci loafers?
Yo, man, anal plug. Pause, B. It's the toilet paper, B.
No,
but anyway, man. So I don't mean to offend anybody that eats pork, man, but shit is being genetic. Then she was showing me some shit about these motherfuckers modifying chickens where they got fucking 4 wings.
But it's true though. I think it was
better.
You got clone meat. What's clone meat gonna do to our bodies? That's probably why colonics is very necessary.
You never seen the mouse with the human ear clone to it?
Nigga, I'm not fucking with you because you got maggots popping out of soda pop.
The mouse with the human ear is for real.
I'm not fucking with you, B. Because you actually went on Twitter today and said that shit was real with 7-Up and pork chops, man. I'm not fucking with you, man.
Everyone loves a good urban rumor.
Is it time to go to a break, man?
Yes,
all right. Internets. This is the Combat Jack Show. We kind of stripped down. We don't have Crazy Ass Pete today. You know what I'm saying? We don't have Just Blaze. But I got my man Matt Raz, DJ Ben Hameen, super producer A King. About to flush all the nonsense out your bottle. www.pncradio.fm. Blood clot.
Ben Hameen.
Kicking with your boy Ben Hameen.
Come on, you know the Chronicles, the shit that if mama knew, the stress, the drama do, the text phenomenal, rapid fire, pecs through the abdominal, you bastard liars, me who's the autumn. You know the Chronicles, the shit that if mama knew, the stress, the drama do, the text. Come on, you know the Chronicles, the shit that if mama knew, the stress, the drama do, the text phenomenal, rapid fire, pecs through the abdominal, you bastard liars. Me who's the honorable, bathed and clothed up, shaved and close cut. Restraint from temptation, restraint from both nuts. Now in the physical form, verbalized through the scriptures. I was biblically born as Aya, Jeremiah, conceived through the blunt fire. On Kawasaki's gorilla up on one tire. Well respected, gel connected, got the method for the pretty females perfected for sure. Very few flaws, heavy Chevy 2 doors. Candy painted to give a nigga the blue balls. Pause, this the life I chose. The did the 360, the cipher's closed. Come on, come on.
The format is real sickness, contagious.
Here I come, Daisy. There you go.
Still, I don't have to run no game, I've done those things.
Young and gifted, my tongue's prolific. And the beast bungalow is how I bung in Christmas. To the streets, I'ma flow from the hungriest district. Switch kicks, crisp when I come to the picnic. From coke to dope, getting it on the outer space trip. Star Trek was the stamp, had some outer space shit. Ice the bracelet, sweet canvas, custom made shit. Love or hate it, had 2 bitches playing day shift. Kept a cheese line security, holding 3 nines. I'm trying to see mines, knowing diesel's on the decline. Whip the woke up, morning traffic, who's the first up? See them young cats fuck with that crack, but be the first up. Too many on the same block, same tops. In fact, they all probably cop from the same spot. I'm heavy in it. Every car got the celly in it. Dashboard, armor rolled up, cherry scented, trees mixed with it. Different pages every minute. Play the block, smell of easy miyak. I'm bevy in it. It's sports playing. Respect the lifestyle I'm portraying. Play the streets with a freak up in my law plan. Nickel nines, my prime young duns will stick you blind. Told the only way to get dough is if you grind.
Some thugs have all the luck. Wow. Some thugs feel all the pain.
Feel that.
Locked up doing major time. Or on the block, still caught in the game.
What's the dilly? I just touched grounds down in Philly. Bought a pound with me. That's food pound Philly. What's the dilly? I just touched grounds down in Philly. Bought a pound with me. That's food pound Philly. What's the dilly? I just touched grounds down in Philly. Bought a pound with me. Fast floating around Philly, trying to find limb.
Kicking with your boy Ben Hameen. Please don't dare.
I know the jewels, the top of them doors, too much to lose. Just trying to vibe until them hoes go with the vibe. Where's your joint pride? You know little desk got your eyes in the cut. Drop COK, the top's up. Left them all, bought little Amar, the toy truck. Your boy's what, 3 years old now, correct? Here my daughter age neck and neck. They future set. Trees got me wet. In the background's an old cassette. Fly Stephanie Mills shit. What's the deal with all the shit I'm hearing up top? You got arrested, shot a fair one with a cop. That ain't your steed. I'm only going on for what some weak bitch told me. That's some ill shit. Yeah, that bitch go with a cloak done. I hit you right back, cause the static is thick.
Give me the countdown. Feels so good. You know to come up, stack, get right, put the gun up. Lines get nice, split the blunt up. Pray blue and white, don't run up, remain humble. You see the change when the rains come through. With all Just give me the countdown. Give me the countdown. Just give me the countdown. Know when we go in. Feels so good. You know to come up, stack, get right, put the gun up. Laugh, get nice, split the blunt up. Pray blue and white, don't run up, remain humble. You see the change when the rains come through. When all the fame ups your game, cause your name's mumbled. The chicks notice, users like hypnosis. It's ferocious when broke niggas get focused. The cars come out, bottles at the bar run out. You know you're large when you in car, could dodge a drought. But here's the twist up, with beef and the money mix up. Skirts slip up, a few fights, few stick ups. Then one little thing just leads to the next. And here come them hot boys to breathe down your neck. Now you gotta back up, flee from the rest. And just a week ago you was free from the stress. I guess it is what it is.
Creeping on the come up.
Streets is yours when I'm taking it.
Creeping on the come up.
I'm from the place where hardcore is beautiful.
Creeping on the come up.
Streets is yours when I'm taking it.
times I window watch out the Marriott, owning or owning co-ops, farms, drop top coops and yachts, guzzling straight shots of scotch. Formulating up plots to escape from Salem's lot, cause it's scorching hot. Making it hard trying to figure who's out to trap me. For tacky, got all kinds of undercovers that's coming at me. Perhaps he won't be happy till they snatch me and place me with half a slack speed, sitting in Kawasaki, but never me. See, my destiny's to be forever free, in ecstasy on a hill that awaits for me. So flush just to visualize is like a coke rush, vivid enough to make living this a must. Plus, spread. Sugar Hill, baby. Sugar Hill, baby. Hey, yo, son, pull the sage down and let's count this money. Put the grants to the safe, cause we spinning the Jacksons. The Washingtons go to wifey. You know how we do.
Oh, my divine, yeah, yeah. Oh, I pick you up every day from your job, and every guy in the parking lot. Won't you love me, you're my girl, and my heart and soul. And everybody wants to treat me so cold, but I know I love you and you love me. There's no one to love me.
Yo, I only paid you occasional, I'm raising you other than those invading you, pushing up, persuading you with conversations that consist of solicitation, false information. See, I deal with sophistication, shrimp and lobster style. You see me dressed up proper in crocodiles, crocodile. I leave alone unofficials, it's not your style. My inner vision is this plush life living, me escaping this inner city prison, raping our women, it's causing havoc, waking bonds that birth marriage. This earth was once lavish, now it's cursed, left for a savage. Mind, I tech mine, respect mine, let's connect. Projects, Lex, West, sex, and wine all the time. The firm staff on the climb. Now it's the trio, D'Angelo, AZ, and Primo. You know how we go. From affiliation, 9-6. Named Giuliani, you can try to rhyme me, analyze but can't define me. My mind's divine, heavily entwined with Gandhi's far from feeble. I leave it nostrils hard to breathe through, cause my cerebrals are more of a high plane than the Hebrews. My mic devotion brings out my deepest emotions, overdosing, wanna be posted, sending them through corrosions, visualizing the realism of life in actuality. Fuck who's the baddest, a person's status depends on salary, and my mentality is money orientated. I'm destined to live the dream for all my peeps who never made it, cause yeah, we were beginners in the hood as proper sinners, but something must have got in us, cause all of us turned to sinners. Now some resting in peace and some are sitting in San Quentin. Others such as myself are trying to carry on tradition, keeping this weapon western street ghetto essence inside us, cause it provides us with the proper insights that guide us. Even though we know somehow we all gotta go, but as long as we leaving, thieving, we'll be leaving with some kind of dope. So into that day we expire and turn to vapors. Me and my capers, I'll be somewhere stacking plenty papers, keeping it real, back and still getting high, cause life's a bitch and then you die. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we get high, cause you never know when you're gonna go. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we puff lie, cause you never know when you're gonna go. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we get high, cause you never know when you're gonna go. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we puff lie.
Ben Ami, Ben Ami, Ben.
You know that I like having you around in my life. Oh baby, so many times I want to hold you oh so near. I want to say I love you softly and yeah.
Yo, what up? This is DJ Premier. You are checking out my man Combat Jack right here with Dallas Penn. And of course, Just Blaze. That's how it's going down. PNC Radio FM, you heard?
Yeah. You were tuned into the Combat Jack show, www.pncradio.fm. I like that Primo drop, man. And I noticed that you guys put out the video this week, man.
Yeah.
Video's getting a lot of burn, man.
Yeah, shout out to Double XL, Two Dope Boys, you know.
Two Dope Boys.
PleaseDon'tStare.com.
PleaseDon'tStare.com.
That's a dope site.
TV.
Yeah, all you internet sites out there, man, that have been putting up the Primo clip, man. You know, salutes, man. Illuminati, man. Yo, we got AZ in the building.
What's going on, man? Long time.
What's happening? So you look good, but you haven't aged at all, man.
Hey, I'm trying to preserve myself.
Is it because you don't eat pork,
no
man?
pork on my fork.
Damn, AZ has not fucking aged at all, B.
I haven't ate pork since I was 13.
13, and I've known you for damn near 20 years, B.
Yo, what is it?
We did your deal.
Yeah, he did.
But we'll get to that story in a minute. You know, we're about to go into our news segment. We got the brother AZ was here early, man, so maybe you could join us in. Right. This is the part when Matt Raz does the news, and we talk about it and give our perspective. And we'll just say tonight you're our unofficial co-host.
Yes, sir. All right.
AZ is the unofficial co-host of the Combat Jack show tonight, bitches. Now, Matt Raz, we ready for the news?
Yeah, absolutely. So first up, we got a 21-year-old man living outside of Seattle, Young Kim, who had felony assault.
Young Kim?
Nah, not Young Kim from the city. Not
Young Kim on Twitter?
Nah.
Nah.
Seattle cat, 21. I think he's a bit younger.
Yo, what? Wait, you know that's racist right there, right?
That was like doubly racist at that. Like you
I wasn't even doing that for that. But
yo, Young Kim and Young Kim or whoever the fuck out there.
It was close.
That was super producer A King playing some Buddhist shit in relation to your Asian name, man. When you see him, you need to talk about that shit, man. We need to get a little bit more politically correct, my dude.
No pork.
Okay.
So this cat caught felony assault charges after smacking up a 10-year-old kid at the movies.
Felony.
How old was he?
He's a 21-year-old cat who smacked up a 10-year-old kid, knocking the kid's tooth out.
Knocked the kid's tooth out?
The kid and his friends were being loud. They threw popcorn.
What movie was it?
Well, it was a 3D screening of Titanic.
Okay.
I don't know why 10-year-old kids and their friends are at Titanic in the first place. Really,
if it was Avengers,
they just love that 3D. They can't get enough. They wanted to see them titties in 3D.
So he smacked the shit out of the kid, and what happened?
I mean, and then he caught charges for it. He got the felony assault charge. The kid's tooth fell out.
That shit sound like that henchman 50 Cent shit right there, B.
Yeah.
So what's the issue?
I mean, I think he was justified. I think the kid shouldn't have thrown popcorn and acted.
So the kid threw popcorn at him.
Yeah, and I mean, apparently he had repeatedly told the kid to, quiet down. When the officer showed up, though, the dude was mad embarrassed. Like, he said he didn't know, it was dark theater. He didn't know the kid was 10. He thought it was an adult, which is questionable if you could think a 10-year-old is a grown-ass man. But...
I mean, I got kids. And I know how fucking annoying kids could be, B. And I'm not definitely one that advocates corporal punishment. But I've shaken the shit out of my kids before. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah.
And there's times I see kids in the street doing some disrespectful shit. And I'm not their parent or anything. But sometimes I feel like I could put my shoe up their ass.
I mean, definitely. I'll at least go scream on a kid in the movies if they're going to be loud.
But this but I would say in his defense,
isn't that an R-rated movie or not? It's PG-13.
I think they don't supposed to be in there.
Maybe they had to have a parental guidance, right?
Damn. Yeah, they at least needed parental guidance.
Where are the parents?
So that might be a suit or some type of case against the theater. But number two, if these kids threw popcorn at him, that's an assault.
Oh, I'm out. That ain't no assault.
It is assault. If somebody...
chill, though. You're saying the legal definition of
technically,
assault.
If somebody touches you, either touching
that's a violation.
Why? Because you're going to be like, the hot grease is burning my face.
Assault, like with the authorities involved, is assault?
Legally.
Mentally.
Legally.
You violated.
Legally, in paper.
Is that what that what the officer's going to write the report down as?
That's what I would have if I was young Kim. That would be my defense, because... if somebody throws anything at you, be like a spitball, if anybody touches your body
on the popcorn
unwarranted, that is an assault.
That's crazy.
So, I mean, you know, young Kim's gonna have to power through that, and I hope that 10-year-old learned the valuable lesson: don't fuck with nobody while they watching Titanic in 3D. Nigga, what's the next story?
Next up, we got a Denver woman as well. Another Denver woman. I think those were both Denver. Just
Denver's popping.
Who was savagely attacked in a McDonald's drive-thru after scolding the woman in front. The woman in the
black woman or white woman?
The woman attacked was a white woman.
Okay.
She was attacked and in the drive-thru after scolding the woman in the car in front of her for littering. The woman, whose name was Shannon, the one who got attacked, got out of her car, told the other driver that it wasn't cool to litter, and led to an argument. Two women came from the car in the front, started punching this woman in the face.
Now, were the women that were littering black or white?
Doesn't say. It wasn't caught on tape. But there's further evidence to suggest they may have been at least a different race than the attacker.
Okay.
Or than the victim, rather. So you got the two women that go to start punching in the face, scratching, biting her hands so severely she thought her hands were going to be bitten off.
She thought her hands were going to be...
Right.
Shannon thought her hands were going to be bitten
exactly.
off. Did they bite down to the tendons and shit?
I mean, it sounded pretty crazy. And then finally, towards the end, they have a man comes back from the car. He says, "This is for you, you white bitch. This is grape soda." And then throws a carbonated beverage at her and drives off.
Shannon got fucked up, B.
Yeah. I mean, Shannon should have minded her fucking business.
You know what, though, man? Yo, internets, particularly in New York, man, I don't know if this is old school.
In New York, you wouldn't go and walk up to somebody.
No, but I'm going to tell you, B. I'm going to tell you, I hate fucking litterers, B. Like, to me...
Would you intervene? You're a good Samaritan like that?
I mean,
I don't think you intervene unless it's something like somebody doing a garbage bag and something out the fucking window or in front of your car.
Like not gregarious littering.
Not no potato chip wrap.
Nah, but I've seen cats. I seen this one cat. He was on the subway.
Right.
He was eating a sandwich. He put everything back in the plastic bag.
Put the bag under the seat?
No. This was on the platform.
Okay.
There was a garbage can right next to him. Train came and he just dropped the shit right on the fucking platform. And I felt like kicking this motherfucker in the back because I think, seriously, I mean, nobody's perfect, man, but I think littering, man, particularly in an urban area, man, is the most selfish shit you could do. Because that's you disrespecting somebody else's space.
That's true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You giving the cats that clean the subways and the streets a job, but littering in somebody's presence, I think is some of the most disrespectful shit ever. So I can see where Shannon got all indignant.
And they're in Denver. I feel like green issues are, pretty important.
Blue
to them
skies,
over there.
you know what I'm saying? Blue skies, white thighs. Like Denver is supposed to be beautiful, B. But these cats, I guess, had a whole different point of view with regard. You got to mind your business. But I do hate littering, B. I fucking hate littering. What about you, AZ? What would you have done? Man?
I don't.
What would AZ have done?
You know what? I wouldn't give a fuck long as it's not in front of my property.
Right.
No.
Now, you would prefer they didn't,
I go from 0 to 10, so I try to, just stay away from a lot of shit, because once I'm involved, I'm involved.
But you wouldn't be, it seems like you wouldn't be there anyway, because it doesn't look like you eat fast foods anyway.
Oh, shit. Nah,
you wouldn't be in no drive-thru.
Nah.
Behind no wild.
I mean, no disrespect to those in the drive-thru, but
all right. So AZ wouldn't have been in that situation in the first.
But I still wouldn't have said shit if I was. Like, as long as it's not major, you know what I mean?
Right. Yo, it's crazy today, man. Actually, I was in the car with my wife, and we stopped at this stop sign. And this young lady was walking across the street, and this car came up next to us and cut her off.
Okay.
So my wife was like, "Yo, why you had to do that shit? I'm gonna say something to him." So I was like, "All right, whatever." So we pulled up next to the dude's car, right? It was an Italian dude smoking a cigarette, and the minute the motherfucker looked over, I could tell he had killer all over his shit. This motherfucker looks like he knew where the bodies were buried.
Okay.
So my wife was like, "You know that was rude what you did, right?" But she realized he was a killer. She realized he had killer type ways about him too. So my wife could be really sharp when she approached this cat.
So she fell back.
But she didn't fall back. She didn't attack him like she usually
why would
does.
You let your wife do that, brother?
Huh?
Just tell me why you let your wife do that.
Yo, all right.
Were you prepared to step to this man if he
when this motherfucker when he and I made eye contact, B, I just looked the other. I was like, I got my wife's back, but that's on her.
Think how many times you done cut in front of somebody? Think how many times you done cut in front of somebody? You know what? You gotta let certain shit slide. You be like, oh fuck it. But he might got a bad day. He's in rush. He's going somewhere. You know that might be important. Fuck it. Because, you know what I mean?
Yo, I was scared of
I
this
gotta
dude.
do that. Swallow my shit sometime when I'm on the bar. I'm like, oh, fuck it. Maybe in the rush, something
But the
happened.
ill shit is my wife swallowed her pride because she's like, you know what? We might be fucking with the wrong dude. So she kind of turned it around so he chuckled and she chuckled. But I was like, yo, B, like, that was the wrong. The motherfucker looked like he was a killer, B.
Yeah.
Like, you know how certain people have killeristic mannerisms about them? And I was just thinking, this is why I tweeted today, man. You ever wonder, man, who in your circle or cats you may know may have actually killed somebody? Like, you ever, does that ever cross your mind?
I mean, I try not to think other people's business.
Anyway, this motherfucker in the car was a killer. What were we talking about anyway? What were we talking about? We going on to the next?
Yeah, we're on to the next, I think.
Okay.
So we got...
we got past Young Kim.
Yeah, we got past all the fuckery in Denver, basically.
All right, cool.
We got no arrests have been made yet in the investigation of 180 bales of marijuana found in California's Dana Point Harbor. The haul was 8,000 pounds.
8,000 pounds of weed?
Yeah, and the bullshit,
Where you found it at?
out in California, out in a harbor.
In a harbor?
Yeah, they said basically, the inflated police statistic is 4 million street value, is what they're saying.
So the weed is just going to sit there?
I mean, whatever they didn't already skim off the top, maybe.
Yeah, that's a loss, though. That's a loss.
Definitely.
Big loss.
They say usually, boats sometimes dump it, but that's when they're being chased. As far as they know.
Square grouper.
Right, exactly. I think Square Grouper was also, though, the bales being dropped from planes, too, right?
Whatever's floating in the water, it's an allegory to, like, fish being square, looking abnormally square.
But, I mean,
cocaine cowboys and all.
8,000 pounds. That's crazy.
8,000 pounds, B. That's a loss, B.
Yeah, that's gotta hurt. Well, I mean,
that hurts me.
Yeah, you could write it off. 8,000, damn.
That hurts me, man.
Yeah, you might be in the red. The shareholder's gonna be upset.
That's crazy, B. And anything else, man?
Last up, we got a New Jersey woman claiming she was fired from her job at a Manhattan lingerie distributor for being too hot. She was told by a supervisor 2 days after she was hired that her large breasts were a dangerous distraction.
It's a lingerie company, though.
Yeah. And basically, she said she interviewed in some crazy leather get-up with side zippers and all this.
Side zippers.
Yeah, she said
side titty zippers.
Exactly.
Okay.
She said her Orthodox Jewish employers at one point provided her a robe to wear and suggested that she tape down her breasts to make them appear smaller. Why did they hire her? I mean, that's the question, especially 2 days in. We actually have a picture of what she looks like.
Let me see how she looks, man.
There's a few. So we got... You can tell that she's from New Jersey in that picture.
I think that, a lot of shit is done for publicity, I think, man. That shit don't even make no sense, man.
But she was only hired for 2 days?
I don't make no...
I mean, that's when she first started getting in trouble.
Was that spot popping? I mean, of course, it's a lingerie spot. We wouldn't know, but...
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think they were just some small little wholesaler or something like that.
I got a theory about this, man. I figured the cat that interviewed her was like, fuck this. She's getting a job.
Right.
So she got hired, and then some chick that works in the back room started hating. She's probably sucking off the guy that owns the business.
Right.
She's like, yo, she's distracting.
Right. Especially, I mean, some of the more Orthodox cats, I don't know.
Sometime,
it sounds like
because they got a weird relationship with women in general. Though they had this thing where the Orthodox Jews rented out all of Citi Field this past weekend.
I read about that shit.
As well as Arthur Ashe Stadium, just for overflow.
Right.
And, just to discuss, the dangers of the internet and all this. And, there's no women allowed to go to the conference. And, I don't know. They have a weird attitude towards pornography, gambling, all that.
I got some shit to say, but I think I'm going to just leave that alone because I don't want no problems with the Hasidics.
Yeah. I'm going to say it because I look Jewish, so people are going to let me get away with it.
So what do you think about that, man? Since you could get away with it, Matt Raz.
I mean, I just feel like it was pretty interesting because they feel like it's a serious danger. They even said that social networks or social media is a danger to them because it would interrupt prayer.
Yo, let me tell you, man, wow. I know about a lot of Hasidic dudes, man, that be G'ing off in the strip clubs and the whole nine, B.
Right. And I think they go to some of the Russian Turkish baths and all that.
They be calling the call girls on the whole nine.
I think they're going to the Asian massage spots.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, they everywhere. You can't blame the internet for that.
Yo, especially because I mean, if they really wanted to, they could go out, Friday or Saturday. No one's going to see them, so they straight.
Yeah, man.
I understand that one. What is that?
On Friday and Saturday, they'd be good to go out because I mean, it's not acceptable usually to leave the house at a certain hour on Friday.
So they could be out and nobody would see them.
They're not going to be seen by any other people from their neighborhood.
Do they have to still dress up?
that's
Like, do
deep
they have
right
any
there.
regular jeans in their closet, B, and some like Jordans and some shit that they dress in?
And, listen, and that's their disguise. Try that.
Exactly. Anyway, anything else, man?
Nah, I think that about does it this week.
Well, Matt, man, thanks for the news, man.
Quick happy birthday shout out to B.I.G.
Shout out to
Oh,
B.I.G.
man.
He would have been 40 years old.
40 years old this week.
What day was it?
I think yesterday was big birthday.
It was yesterday.
Yeah.
It was yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Yo, B.I.G. man, rest in peace, man. Happy birthday, man. You still the greatest
Big
of
pop.
all time. We got AZ in the house.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, sir?
Man, just here, man. Just here. 17 years later.
17 years later, man.
Yeah.
You've been in the game 17 years,
17.
man.
It don't feel like that, but yeah.
Now, has time flown for you, or is it? Because personally, the older I get, man, motherfuckers say that time flies. It doesn't seem like that to me. Life is a long fucking journey, man.
It is, but you know, when I think about it, like the start from to like 5 years in, it's vague. I can't remember it. I was like in the mix. You dig what I mean? But yeah, it went fast to me.
Now you from Brooklyn,
of course.
A lot of cats don't realize you're from Brooklyn. Still,
East New York.
East New York. You grew up in East New York.
Yeah.
You didn't know that, AK?
I damn
you
sure
thought he was a Queens cat
too.
Where?
What Cypress?
We from South from the Bahamas.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
over there.
Salute.
Yes, sir.
Now, growing up, AZ, man, what were your influences, man? What were you looking up to, man? Like, what was your household like, man?
I mean, mama bear, sister, it was respectful and peaceful, but outside of that was a jungle, you know? So the street, I had to look up to, you know what I mean?
Are we talking about the 80s? We talking about the 70s and the 80s, right?
We talking about the 80s.
80s. All right. And it was crazy.
Yeah, of course. That was the era, you know what I mean?
Now, growing up, man, like, what were your aspirations, man? What'd you want to be, man?
I had no clue. I just know I wanted some money. I mean, that was like every, kid in the hood just wanted to come up, and that was my goal. It wasn't like all illegal. It was just I just wanted to come up.
Whatever it was, you wanted money.
That's it.
Now, what were your influences, man? Like be it like in terms of like career or role models. What was your influences, man?
I mean, I always loved just this poetry, like Langston Hughes and all that, and it varied. You know what I'm saying? It was positive influences such as family members, a few. It was the streets, you know what I mean, and it was and learning was a major thing for me. Just to have. I mean, once you're intelligent, that really rules. When you're strong, the strong live off the weak, but the smart live off both. So I always felt like I needed intelligence. And plus, I'm not the biggest guy in the world, so I know the mind can weigh.
Was you nice with your hands, man?
Of course, though. Shit, you from Brooklyn, you better be nice.
Yeah. Now, what'd your moms do? Like, was she an educator? Because you said education was big or knowledge was big in your household.
I mean, in general, knowledge is big, because I seen those that had that IQ was the survivors, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I mean, like my man Lee said, a lot of people got all heart, no brain, and it only could last for so long. So, Mom, she was a workaholic, you know what I mean? She worked a lot, so, I mean, just looking at her through that zone, her working was an influence to me at the end of the day, to keep me, focused and make sure I got that motivation in me to, whatever I'm doing, to put 100 in, you know what I mean?
So you trying to figure yourself out, you going, like every young man growing up in America, man, you trying to figure yourself out. Like, is it even possible that this rap shit is a career to you?
That wasn't the goal. Try that. You know what I'm saying? I was still figuring it out at that time what I wanted to do, and that's when I met Nas. And
how'd you meet Nas, man?
It was on the phone. Like I had it was homies in Queens and homies in Brooklyn. They knew each other and they got us on the phone. Yo, my man is nice. Yo, my man is nice. And we was on the phone going back and forth, and I just took a liking to him because it was other crews other guys on the phone rather rapping.
Now, was you in high school at the time, or this was before high school or after?
This was after high school.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I was reading somewhere that you went to high school with Big and Jay.
Nah, I went to high school with Jay.
With Jay?
Me and Jay was a high school guy.
And you and Jay had a couple of battles.
Yeah.
So let's rewind this back, man. So you growing up, there's a lot going on. When did you start rapping, just recreationally, man? When did you start rapping, man?
the Wild Style movie came out.
Okay.
I started then just fucking with it.
So that Wild Style skit, Illmatic is legit. Okay.
Yeah, that it was the culture. I started playing with it, you know what I mean? And then from there on, I just kept on playing with it. I don't think I ever took it really ever serious.
Right. So, did you feel that you was nice, or you just it was recreational?
It was recreational. I didn't think I was nice.
So Eli Whitney High School. You went to Eli Whitney High School. You went in school with Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
And I read somewhere that you said that Jay at the time was the king of MCing in that high school.
He was.
Or he had a rep.
He had a rep, yeah. Because everybody like, yo, actually one of the homies that went to school with us, he was from my era. I mean, my area, and he knew Jay because they was a couple of grades ahead of me. Him and Jay got about 2 years ahead of me.
Okay.
So when I came, he knew me from the area, and he knew Jay. Like, yo, you should, you know what I mean, get at him because this, you know.
So tell us about battling Jay-Z, man. Tell us about that, man.
I mean, he was nice back then,
but he was on that. He was on that speed shit. He
wasn't rapping like that then.
He wasn't Speedy Gonzalez on the mic.
Nah, he wasn't. He was nice. He was nice then. I was nice, and it was like, all right, you know what I mean.
But once again, this is y'all niggas ain't even thinking about the industry at the time. And so you didn't even have no. Honestly, you didn't even have no inkling that Jay-Z would be the dude that he is today.
At all.
If somebody told you that Jay-Z would be bringing the Brooklyn Nets to Brooklyn, what would you have done back then, B?
I'd have said I'm bringing the Knicks to New York. But he did it, though, which is good.
Nah, this is crazy.
Yes, sir.
Who won that battle, man? Who won those battles, man?
You know what? I can't even answer that because we was just going at it.
Right.
So it wasn't really a win. It was some respect there. You dig at the end of the day because it was more people involved as well. But it was respect.
Now, was there anybody else in that setting, man, that ended up being in the industry down the line?
Nah, not in that setting. But I met a few brothers before they got on.
Now you knew Big also before he got on.
I met Big at that particular time. As soon as we got on, I met Big. I think I didn't know. I probably met him through crossing, but not really. You know. I know Jay, you know what I mean, going at it.
It's kind of crazy though when you go back, man. Like particularly around that era, man. How certain individuals, man, was crossing paths,
right?
Not even knowing what was going to open up. Like you know, Busta and Jay and you and Big and the whole nine, man. So fast forward, man. So you graduate high school, right? What's your plans then?
No plans.
No plans.
I had to figure it out. You know
so you wasn't thinking college. You wasn't college orientated.
I wasn't thinking about none of that because you know you had the streets there that's pulling you one way. You know you got your lady. You know I'm young and in love at that particular time, and you just thinking about I'm going to be a man now, so I got to figure it out. And that shit just formulated itself.
Which is kind of crazy, man, and it's unfortunate, man, that most of us, man, in the inner city, most of us that are black or Latino, man, are growing up in the city, man, and are forced to grow up so fast, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're not thinking about college because in a way that's in your way from getting money.
And there's a lot to come with that shit. You gotta have that college money put up and all that too. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Exactly. So you doing what you got to do to make ends meet, and then you meet Nas. How did you fall into this rap shit, man? Like really, how'd you fall into this rap shit?
Shit, I was rapping, and that particular thing happened. But prior to that, I knew Hav, and one of the cats that went to high school with me, he was my manager at the time, D.O. That was his cousin. He was like, yo, I know this.
Wait, D.O.'s from Brooklyn?
Nah, D.O.'s from Mount Vernon, but in high school, his cousin went to my school.
Okay.
And was telling about, yo, some guy that AZ could rap. I'm just rapping. You know, in school, you're doing it at lunchtime and things of that nature, so...
And D.O., for y'all that don't understand, man, D.O.'s in the building. I definitely want to talk to him also, man. But D.O., is Heavy D's cousin. Yeah. D.O. goes way back in the game, man.
Yeah.
I remember him from the Self-Destruction video.
Oh, he was around that time?
He's in the Self-Destruction video.
I know that. I'm talking about you. You was in the business at that time? Or
I mean, I wasn't at the business back then.
Okay.
I came in the business like 89, 90.
Okay.
Like I met you when right after Illmatic.
94.
Anyway, so yeah, but I mean, I was around.
Right.
But what's up, D.O.? What's going on, man? We gonna talk to you in a second. So you meet D.O. because you knew that Heavy D at the time was popping.
Yeah, he was popping at that time.
Uptown was popping.
Yes, sir.
Al B. Sure was popping.
Yes, sir.
So you knew he was a valid dude.
Right.
And you decided that he was going to be your manager.
Right.
Now, give AZ a round of applause, though, man, because it's very few relationships in the industry that really exemplifies loyalty.
Right.
And you've been running with Dio since day one, B.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So you meet Dio, man. You start meeting real rappers now.
Yeah.
Wannabe Jay-Z rappers
right.
or wannabe Nas rappers. You meet Dio, right?
Right.
And then, so how does this thing become real to you, man?
I mean, it's real once you meet Hev and you meet Pete Rock at the particular time because Pete was popping and
was CL smooth?
CL,
Mecca and the Soul Brother was out
I'm meeting all these people. So I'm saying it's a possibility it can happen, but I still got one leg over here, and one leg over there.
But are you really thinking that you are that nice at the time?
No,
because you around cats that's like R.I.P. Heavy D. Heavy D was nice, B.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And you around like cats like Pete Rock, who's crazy.
Yeah.
And CL, like, truth be told, no shots to CL. I never knew what the fuck he was talking about, but he could rap.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you're around real cats right now, and you're like, okay. So how does this thing shift, B?
Well, I still was perfecting what I was doing. I knew it was possibility of it getting real, so I was like, you know what? Let me just take it a little serious more, and just as far as getting a flow and shit like that. And Hev was real big at that time, so he ain't gonna pay but so much attention to me. And that same process when I met Nas, and we was just vibing because he has no idea what the fuck he gonna do as well. He's just trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So we like, fuck it, we gonna figure it out together. He was more my peer. You know what I mean? Us being around the same age bracket, we in the streets, we seeing shit the same. So I can vibe with him more than I can vibe with Hev because Hev is already he's rich.
Yeah, he's a big man, and you coming up.
So we just rock like that, and then that shit just popped off, and it was.
Now, what conversations would you have with Nas back in the day, man?
Listen, yo, Mo.
And how was Nas? You meet Nas? What kind of cat was Nas, man? Pre Illmatic Nas. What kind of cat was Nas?
He was a laid back guy. I saw. We saw each other, and he more just observant. We was observant and cool, and we both had a bunch of wild cats around us, so our conversations was more like, yo, my man just got shot. Damn, my man just got shot. Yo, just like my man. Damn, just like my motherfucking man up. Yo, what's going on? Yo, you know what I mean? So we had the same things in common. So that's what that drew us closer.
But what's crazy though, man, is for young cats, man, y'all was still mad introspective. Like y'all like you said, man, you had one foot out there and one foot in the game, but still, a lot of cats is just come in the game just talking about shoot, bang, bang, bang. You had a whole different introspective kind of view, man. Where was that coming from, man?
I mean, you know what? I couldn't even tell you. I guess, like I said, once again, it's the upbringing. Me wanting to, better myself scholastically. Me still vibing with the goons in the street, and I always was semi-ladies, man. You know what I mean? So I had to just throw all that in the pot and stir it up. You know what I'm saying?
Now, and we were about to go to a break in a second, man, but so you running with Nas.
Right.
Nas starts getting on records.
Right.
Nas does Main Source, The Barbecue. You was running with him at the time, right?
Yeah, we was politicking, we was dialoguing.
How was that, man? This even before Illmatic, like your man basically gets on one of the hottest records of that time, still one of the hottest records of all time,
right,
and murders it, B. Like, how do you feel, B?
He was nice. I was like, yo, shit, I stepped my game up. You know what I'm saying? It was just good to see it coming to fruition from us vibing prior to all of that taking place. So it was a good look for him. I was like, good. Still without no expectations from me being involved. It was good just to see it from afar. Like, okay, yeah.
And you happy for him? And,
no doubt.
And also, you know how we think. You're like, oh, this might open up a door for you.
I never even thought about that. Okay. Yeah, I was just more like, that's
genuinely
good.
happy for
no
my
doubt.
man. Listen, we were talking to AZ, man, and we're going through his whole history, man. You were tuned into the Combat Jack Show, www.pncradio.fm. F your radio.
LL Cool J is hard as hell. Battle anybody, I don't care, you tell. I excel, they all fail. Gonna cocktail double L, motherfucker. Cool J is hard as hell. Battle anybody, I don't care who you tell. I excel, they all fail. Gonna cocktail, double L, must rock my bell. I've been waiting and debating for oh so long, just starving like Marvin for a Cool J song. If you cried, I thought I died, you definitely was wrong. It took a thought plus a voice to create a law. Taking off, eating up now with the Cool J force, specializing in the rhyming for the record, of course. I'm a tower full of power, wind, rain, and hail. Could create a cast a record with his fingernail. Rock the bell.
Kicking with your boy Ben Hameen. Nah, I mean, please don't dare.
My name is my name. I want a girl with extensions in her hair, bamboo earrings, at least 2 pair, a Fendi bag and a bad attitude. That's all I need to get me in a good mood. She can walk with a switch and talk with street slang. I love it when a woman ain't scared to do a thing. Standing at the bus stop, sucking on a lollipop. Once she gets pumping, it's hard to make the hottie stop. She likes to dance to the rap jam. She's sweet as brown sugar with the candy yams. Honey coated complexion, using Cabernet. Let's hear it for the girl, she's from around the way.
My name is my name. Funky.
Kicking with your boy Ben Hameen. Nah, I mean, please don't dare.
Check it out. You know it's funky, 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 cause you heard it from hearsay. A jam that you love that don't be getting no air. You know it's funky, 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 cause you heard it from hearsay. A jam that you love that don't be getting no air. You know it's funky, 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 cause you heard it from hearsay. A jam that you love that don't be getting. You know it's funky, 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 cause you heard it from hearsay. A jam that you love that
Kicking
don't
with
be
your
getting no
boy
air.
Ben Hameen. Nah, I mean, please
12 o'clock
don't
at night with your
dare.
windows down. Headlights blinking cause your battery's drained. Armor all on your tires and a big gold chain. Parking outside all the hip hop spots. Push the EQ and play connect the dots. Leaning to the side, people everywhere. The trunk full of amps, ain't no room for a spare. Big beats bumping with the bass in back. All the sophisticated suckers catch a heart attack. Cause they don't understand why I act this way. Pumping up the funky beat until the break of day. It's because I want attention when I'm riding by. And the girls be on my jock cause my system's fly. Cars ride by with the moving system. Cars ride by with the doing just for fun.
You know, that's why, man, I be telling you all the time, man, you know, love, that word love is a very serious thing. And if you don't watch out, I tell you that. Because a lot of people out here, they say, I love my car, or I love my chain, or I'm just in love with that girl over there. So for all the people out there that fall in love with material items, we're gonna bump the beat a little something like this.
With your boy Ben Hameen. Nah, I mean, please don't dare.
My name is my name.
Remember the days when I was walking and talking, doing what I gotta do, doing what we wanna do. Offered to my walkathon missions. Why? Cause the brothers that I knew with the rides drove by. On the nights and the days looking down the road, seeing beautiful girls with the carloads. Yeah, they are screaming, wish I had a little ride of my own. But since I don't, that is my sob story. My missions will continue as I keep on stalking. The stamina was dying from the constant walking. Right before the moment I began to call to my man Brittle, who had a sunroof and all. I thought he would have noticed my dying, but I yelled his name in your beat and kept driving. Now in my heart it drew a big hole, cause my little toe started jumping on my insole. It was a fidgety burn and then I said, wait, I got pride. It's time to get my own ride. I came up with the scheme and got paid. I had no other choice but go down to the trade. When I got my transport, I got kinda stingy up, cause I got my cherry Pathfinder. Now I'm feeling good cause I'm off my feet. Man, a little squad of dogs running up on the street. And I'm saying, my name is Sharina, my name is Buster, my name is Tanya, my name is Buster, my name is Diana, my name is Buster. Now what do you take me for?
4 or 5 niggas in the mothership, better known as a dukes, and we all wanna smother shit. Front and back guys got tent, trying to get our hands on some dollars and cents, and fools can't hold us.
might start slinging bean pies or the bootleg t-shirt of the month with "You Can't Touch This" on the front. I'm out to get rich, cause life ain't nothing but money and fuck the bitch. They drop like dominoes, and if you didn't know, Ice Cube got drama hoes. So after the screwing, I bust a nut, get up, and put on my white unit. I'm out the door. All you might get is a rubber on the floor, cause I'm ready to hit the road like Mario and Freddy, bitch, cause I'm steady mud.
Ben. Yes, I come pay tribute to Shaquille, cause she love me. Word is born, the sister love me, and I love her like no other before. I say I spend a lot of time with the queen, I protect all the sister close to me, take her deeper into that. Say sister, knowledge God, that of queens, your existence, you know, hooker, you know, slut, you know, bitch, and she listens, you're the mother civilization. I hate them snakes that disrespect her. They often disrespect you when they find they cannot sex you. I'm wondering what are they trying without knowledge of themselves. Shaquilla's civilized, she despises the drugs yourself. Shaquilla's deep like woman, and she loves me like the death. These savages try sweating culture, tell them I say this.
Wake up from all those savage dreams, thinking that she's yours, not mine. Sending earrings and those silly chains, it's really just a waste of time. The queen is mine.
Massively, massive, naughty by nature. For rule every time I come. My man treacherous MC. Who I let the saxophone man play.
Kicking it with your boy Ben Hameen. Nah, I mean, please don't stare.
You got beef with what we do, talk to the bunny, sonny. These the man bugs, the thug with the money. Funny that you should mention as my family, they're covered. What's up to my cousins and my sisters and my Warner brothers? Birds of a feather, flop and follow be together. No matter what you whatever endeavor.
Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Young Guru right here, a.k.a. The Beast, a.k.a. Hank McCoy, a.k.a. the glue to this Rock Nation Rockefeller thing. And I'm chilling with my man, the only man, Combat Jack. Y'all know how it go down. Him and Dallas Penn be holding it down on PNCRadio.fm. Let's go.
Yo, what up, Guru? Yo, that's a nice drop.
Hey,
You're tuned into the Combat Jack Show. www.pncradio.fm. We got AZ in the building, man. We going through some historic shit right now, baby.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you was like you was in the crux of beginning of so many different movements, man. And when we left off, we were talking about, Nas popping off with Live at the Barbecue.
Right.
Things opening up, right?
Right.
Nas gets noticed. You run around, so you had no Search at the time. You knew Search and all them cats.
Actually, Search wanted to sign me to Wild Pitch.
Really?
Yeah, because he heard, the album before it was out. He's like, okay, who you affiliated with and blah, 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 blah. And, you know what I mean? So I was like, all right, let me figure it out.
Right, exactly. Now, so one thing leads to another. You hear Nas get signed to Columbia.
Right.
This is big. This is big because up until then, this was still kind of like a fairy tale, kind of like. So your man gets signed.
Right.
And did you even know what was about to happen?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. But I know what we was dealing with was the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know the truth was I felt what we was working with was top notch.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
was you in the studio a lot when Illmatic was being made?
Yeah, I was in the studio at half of it. Like the first half was what it was, but then when he did like The World Is Yours and a couple, like about 4 or 5 joints, like half the joint.
And you in the studio now with legendary producers.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like the Q-Tips, was with the Q-Tips, the Pete Rocks that you had already met,
right.
The Primos, a whole like you listening to this shit being made.
Right.
Now, at what point did they decide that y'all decided you was gonna be on the album?
I think he was trying to just finish the album up, and it was like the last song. I wasn't even trying to. I was just good being around it while he was recording. I never asked him to be on the album, so I guess it was his last song. He was more or less like, I was in the studio. We was just getting our little smoke on and shit, chilling. And
had y'all done the intro before?
We didn't do shit.
Right.
I wasn't even trying to do nothing. So that same particular day, we was just smoking weed in the studio. We was trying to figure it out.
You still smoke weed, man?
Periodically.
Okay.
And
I like that. Periodically. Me too.
LES threw this joint on, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I was just saying, I was to myself, "All right, he's like, "Yo, what's that?" I was like, "Oh, get the fuck out of here!" Like that shit I've been hearing you doing. I'm not saying nothing.
Right.
He's like, "Nah, let me hear it." So I said it. He's like, "Yo, you gotta lay that down." I'm thinking,
did you have that hook in your head?
Yeah, I had it. It was something I was writing, but that beat. I liked it. So I was saying it to myself, and then he's like, "Lay it down." So I went, I laid it down and shit, and they was acting like they liked the shit, and I was like, "Yeah, right."
He was like, "Stop playing."
Stop playing. Y'all hear the shit this nigga working with, but
yeah, you hear this dude? Yeah. Stop playing.
And they genuinely liked it, and then they was more or less like. Then we did the intro that same day, and then they was like, "All right, I'm gonna keep the shit."
But you still don't know what's happening. You still don't know what's happening. You're still worrying about day-to-day shit.
All day.
Mom Dukes keeping the lights on and the whole nine.
All day.
Yo, I remember when Illmatic dropped, B. When Illmatic dropped, B. Like, it was like New York.
Yeah.
It was like not in a bad way, but it was like the towers went down, B. Because New York was quiet, B.
Yeah.
With the day that Illmatic dropped, I remember being in my office with Clark Kent and Damon Dash.
Right.
And niggas was like, oh, yo. They heard the large professor. Niggas was like, yo, we got to step our game up. It's like when that album dropped, y'all knocked the breath out of a lot of cats.
That was doing their thing.
Y'all knocked the wind out of a lot of cats' lungs. You still don't know that it's a shift, right?
I still know the shift.
You on the train?
I'm just chilling.
That's crazy to me.
I'm
B.
chilling.
So the album comes out and it's a 5-mic album. B. Minya O, you know that was Miss Info.
That was Miss Info. Okay.
At the Source at the time, she gave her 5 mics.
That's crazy.
So now you on a 5-mic album,
right?
And then Nas is phenomenal. Nas is looking like this prodigy, but some cats is like, yo, the only dude on the album kind of murdered Nas on the track.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Because do you know that some cats call you the Nas killer?
The niggas is crazy. Get out.
You didn't know that?
Nah.
You didn't know that?
Nah,
I'll get to that in a second. So now you're arguably on the hottest record.
Right.
What starts changing, B?
That motherfucking phone started lighting up. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Hold on, how niggas get my number? But it was a good vibe. I mean, because when the album dropped, I went on tour with him as well. So I'm doing a knowledge to that zone. Like, you gotta understand, this is all new to me, even though he got a little head start.
But it's new to him, it's new to you.
It's new to me, but more newer to me because he been doing a little bit here and there. So I'm like, we on tour. So after we finished the tour, that's when the phone went crazy at the end of the day. Yeah.
And so now cats, before that, was you shopping a demo even?
No, I never had a demo. I never made a demo.
Yo, give this man a round of applause.
Never made a demo.
Yo.
So how many cats are after you right now, B?
I think every label in the music.
Every label is after you. Def Jam is after you?
Every label.
Every label is after you. They wanted a piece of what you did on Illmatic.
Right.
Now, this is kind of a cheat code because I was there back in the day and the firm that I worked with did AZ's deal.
Yes, sir.
And I think the craziest shit that happened was, and I know you remember this.
Yeah.
Sony came to the table.
Right.
And Sony had the right deal. Y'all decided that y'all were going to go with Sony.
Right.
We negotiated the deal with Sony. It was like about 2 or 3 weeks of negotiating, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Back and forth.
Right.
We closed the deal with Sony.
Right.
We closed the deal on a Friday. The lawyers told us that the papers would be there on Monday for you to sign.
Right.
Now, story has it you was hanging out that weekend, celebrating, popping bottles before you signed the contract.
Right.
And you ran into an A&R from
Lindsay.
EMI,
yeah.
Lindsay Williams at the Sharp. Was it the Sharp Bar?
It was at what's the shit on Harlem? His spot, Sylvia's. His mother owned that.
Yeah. So Lindsay Williams was an A&R. His mom's owned Sylvia. That's their family best. Sylvia's in Harlem. So you run into Lindsay.
Right.
And Sylvia's.
Right.
You having the catfish or you're definitely not eating the pork. So what's the conversation y'all are having, man?
Lizzie he's like, yo, man, we looking for you, want to do this, that, and the third. I think I said, yo, I'm getting this much. We'll double it.
Yo. Now this was a Sunday night, right?
I think so. I don't even know. I can't remember that.
So Monday morning, we ready. We all happy. We about to get the check, right, from Sony. And I think Dio called us and was like, yo, stop the presses. We got another deal on the table from EMI.
Right.
And that's how you eventually ended up at EMI, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is, give him another round of applause,
Yes,
man. Because stories like that, you don't really hear stories like that happening these days, man. So how'd you feel, man, going to EMI? How'd you feel, first of all, about the bidding war, man? Is you a little nervous? Like, what's running, like... What's going on with you?
You know, I was always a cool, calm, collective type of guy, so I was more or less trying to figure what be the best move. And the reason I went with EMI, which a lot of people would have said, why didn't you go to Sony or go to a Def Jam? I felt like I wanted to be the nucleus at a label that they all focus on and going. You know, that's what I was thinking then. Like,
and that double check, they doubled up.
Double check was a good thing.
Yeah.
But the fact that I was one of the few, because I think Premier was there in Google.
Yeah, Gangstar.
And I was coming. I said to myself, they could focus on me without knowing the history of just, you know, the business itself as far as mergers and things. I didn't really. All I said, okay, cool. The money was enticing. The fact that I know they're focused on me, the whole president, everybody gave me love. I went that route.
Now, all throughout this process, man, are you talking to Nas, man? Like trying to get wisdom from Nas? Like, is he giving you advice?
He's more or less trying to figure his shit out too. He's like, okay, boom, I got my album out, but they ain't doing this, they ain't doing that. So I'm listening like,
you're taking notes about what you don't want to happen with you.
Right, true indeed.
How did EMI treat you, man?
Beautiful, man, beautiful. I listen. I own all my publishing up to this date with all albums.
Congratulations.
Beautiful thing. All independent albums. I own all masters. It's a beautiful thing. So I think I did good.
So you come in and you record Do or Die,
right?
Which is critically acclaimed album,
right?
You went gold,
right?
But did you exceed expectations or did you fall beyond expectations?
I exceeded because I had no expectations.
Right.
So I exceeded expectations. You dig within, like, I'm not thinking about nothing, you know? I'm like, hey, I'm in the music business now. The streets is over there, and it's a come up.
And it's kind of ironic too, man, because as classic as Illmatic was, Illmatic only went gold at the time as well. It wasn't a big seller.
It didn't even go gold.
It didn't go gold.
Nah,
so you sold more records initially on your initial run than Nas did.
Right.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Now, I remember reading the reviews and cats was saying that Do or Die was kind of like the bookend to like Illmatic. It was like chapter 1 and chapter 2,
right?
And that's how cats were welcoming you, man.
Right.
So you drop a well-respected album, man.
Right.
You go through the process. What's going on in your world, man?
Just figuring it out at that particular time. That album came out, it did what it did. So now I'm ready to go to album 2, and that's when, you know, the business aspects start kicking in.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
That's good, man.
Then that's when EMI, you know, they folded. You know what I mean? So I had to go to make my next move, my best move. So, you know, through my whole career, I'm moving like that. I've never been dropped from a label. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to their parent company, which was Virgin. And they never really dealt with the East Coast. They had rap a lot. So they dealing with that West Coast music. So they didn't really have a grip on it. Then from there, it was just, you know, moving around, you know. So I never really had a home for years like a lot of artists, but I still did my numbers, you know what I mean?
Now while you going through this, because now the honeymoon is over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now you're realizing the real realities of this industry.
Right.
That shit is not fun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You busting your ass. You doing what you're supposed to do.
Right.
You delivering what you're supposed to be delivering, but the other end might not necessarily be delivering what they're supposed to be doing, man. Like, how's that feel, man? Is that shit... if it was me, I'd be so fucking depressed, B.
Nah, I'm not a depressed type of... But you know, like, we come for nothing at the end of the day. Right. So we just gotta make a positive out of a negative. So I started to understand business through that. It was my lesson through the music business. I understood business, you know.
Right.
You got good business, bad business, and I was just seeing the faces that was in the music business, and it was a learning process. It was good. You need that, I think. You know what I mean? It balanced the scales. It brings that reality and it keeps you on your toes, you know?
Now, I remember around that time also that, you know, you're focused, things are looking good for you.
Right.
And then AZ Faison from Mob Style comes knocking on the door.
Right.
Saying that you were basically taking his likeness and the whole nine.
Right.
How did that feel, man?
But you know what? I understand. It was a come up for him. You know what I mean? Because, like, how many people name is Veg? I mean, like, why would... When I understood the story after it was broken down to me, I don't know if I told him this per se or somebody else. I was like, out of the three, because it was a 3-man band. If you know the story, now that everybody knows the story, AZ, Rich Porter, Alpo. I don't think I would have wanted to be him.
Right.
Because you was the most quiet. It's that I'm a fly guy. You know what I mean? I was a different person to him. But I understood it. I understood the psyche. It was a come up, it was a payday. And
did your name, was your name basically based on his?
Never that.
Okay,
dog,
so
never
so
that.
tell us what the name came from.
It came from me being a part of the 5% Nation, Asiatic. You know what I mean? So, you know, AZ was, you know, from Asiatic. We broke it down. And then also Anthony Cruz is my name, the A and the Z. But whatever may have you, I didn't have no history on that man until that was brought to the surface. You dig? So, I mean, it was a good come up.
So how did you end that situation?
I think EMI just, whatever he said he got nowhere near that. EMI, it was a lot of back and forth. So EMI was more or less like, you know what, take this and get out of here because that's all you want. Right. But it was nowhere near what he was talking. I didn't even follow up on it, but I know that for sure.
Right now, have you since then, man? Have you ever had a conversation with him or talked about this?
Yeah, we bumped that,
and everything was cool. It was basically like you said, it was a come up.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So around this time, man, you know, you get pulled into another massive project, man,
right?
Which is the Firm.
Right.
How did that happen?
Oh man, you understand? Me and Nas been talking about that from my album, The Firm, from More Money, More Murder, and he got into a position where he was able to bring it to life. You know what I mean? And I guess we all was hot at that time, and we just did a Sprite commercial and all type of shit.
How would that? I wanted to get to the Sprite commercial, man.
That was
you and Nas recorded historic Sprite commercial, man. The Thirst Is Yours, recreating that classic scene,
Double Trouble
from Wild Style, man. How did that come about, man?
I mean, we was hot at that time, so a lot of shit was coming into play, and that's, you know, we represent the culture, and that was part of the culture. That's what brought us to life, you dig? So we just wanted to emulate that, and from there, we was in the process of working on a Firm album at the same time, so we was doing a lot, you know what I mean? And money
was coming in, opportunities was coming in like crazy.
Yes,
like,
sir.
Was you losing your mind, man?
Nah.
You wasn't losing your mind, AZ? Like as long as I've known you, man, you've been so fucking cool, man.
I'm a stand-up guy.
Never lost your mind.
I've been raised by an elite group of men, man.
Okay.
So I knew how to conduct myself under any circumstance.
You hear that into that? So you didn't do nothing stupid with your money,
never.
B?
I mean, I tricked. We all tricked. You know what I mean? Bought a bunch of cars, bunch of jewelry. I did the stupid shit, but...
What was your favorite car that you bought, B? When you bought this shit and you was like,
you know what? Let me explain. So I bought a car for every year we was living in. So whatever was hot at that year, I had from the drop Jag to the 7 1/4 when that came out. I mean the 745, 7/4 I done got the S Class. I mean every car that came out for the year. So I was enjoying life.
Right.
You know what I mean? I work hard.
So now the Firm thing comes. Now, do you have are you part of the decision making process in terms of who's going to be in the Firm?
I mean, I'm gonna have some say so. Yeah, I'm gonna have some say so.
So Foxy was a young gunner at the time, and you realized that you needed a chick on the team, and she was the hottest chick at the time.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
And was it supposed to be Cormega or Nature, man? Because that was always confusing.
That was Nas' zone right there. Cause they both from his hood, so that was his doing. I liked them both, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that was his call right there.
Now, did you have, now that the Firm was tight or established, did you have chemistry with them, man, or was it just a working thing, man?
Nah, everybody was cool.
And you get to work with Dr. Dre.
Right.
How was that, B?
That was of course something crazy because, you know, he was the man before anybody was the man. You know what I'm saying?
He was the man.
Yeah, so that was a good look for me. It was exciting. It was, you know, I feel like I made history at that time. You know what I mean?
And what kind of cat was Dre, man? Because it seems like he was so excited about that project and gave y'all like the red carpet.
I mean, because it was on Aftermath as well. You know what I mean? But Dre is a cool cat. Like he who he is. You know what I mean? He was cool. He's there every session. You know what I mean? So it was a good look.
You still talk to Dre, man, or you still do business with Dre?
Nah. Nah. I'm sure if I see him, it's gonna be what up. But nah, we don't do no business.
Okay, so the firm comes, and what happened with the firm, man? What happened with the firm?
There's a lot of cooks in the kitchen. You know what I mean? We all had individual projects, so we was like juggling everybody, and we did what we had to do. We put it together, and the rest was left to Interscope and marketing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it did what it sold $1 million. I guess the expectations was
You went
5.
platinum. You went platinum.
They wanted 5 or 10. So
So you got the platinum plaque.
Yeah, we got that.
Phone tap, B.
Serious.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Phone tap is crazy.
Yeah.
Firm Biz, I wasn't a fan of Firm Biz, but the video was crazy.
Right.
Now, you had y'all had cats fooled in Phone Tap because niggas was thinking that was Joe Pesci in the video, man.
Yeah, right. I thought it was too.
It wasn't. It was an actor.
Like, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, damn, what's the question I was going to ask? I'm going to bring up a real serious topic, man.
Yeah.
This is real personal to you and the whole nine. It's real serious.
Yeah, shoot.
Tell us about your phobia, man.
Oh, fuck you, man.
Tell us about your phobia. Now, seriously.
That's all good.
Now, tell us about come on, man. We all have our.
I forgot. I don't fuck with the elevator.
I know, right?
No, I know.
Yo, is this gonna be like Face Your Fears, like Maury though?
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
But my story is deep. I fuck with elevators, but I don't fuck with certain type of elevators.
Okay.
Reason being, when I was about 14, my projects, I got in the elevator. And I was locked in that motherfucker 4 hours.
For 4 hours?
4 hours. In a pissy project elevator with a flooded basement will fuck you up at any given minute. It's shell shot. It'll fuck you up mentally.
And you're 14 years old. You're a child. You're basically a young man at the time.
Right. And them shits is like jail cells.
Right.
You know what I mean? The smell
So
ain't good.
did they have to call authorities and the whole nine?
They called the fire department, but before they even got there, they take forever. They worse than the police.
They didn't give a fuck about a black kid in the
at all. And by the time they got there, it opened up by itself. But cool. Give it 8 years after that, I didn't really fuck with them. But then coming to the city and dealing with the business, I had to break out of that and started getting elevators and got stuck again for an hour.
Get out of it. Before you got signed? You got
No. After that, after I got signed, I had to start. Of course, I had to start getting them.
Right. So you got stuck again for 4 hours?
Stuck again for an hour.
For an hour. In the city. They came quicker this time.
Yeah, they can't. I mean, it was an hour, so, but that's still fucking long. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
and I'm sure it brought back all the fears from.
Not really no fears. It's like it's a fucking headache.
But I don't mean to be throw out the dirty card, but I do remember one of the peculiar things about you was like, AZ is not getting in the fucking elevator.
No doubt.
So if we had to have a meeting you used to walk up them stairs, B?
What floor y'all was on?
I think we was on the 8th, but if we had a meeting at
Nah, everybody come down to my meeting.
They'd have to come down for the meetings, and cats didn't mind that shit.
No, why would they?
So
I'm making everybody money. What the fuck? Why would they care?
So you had cats. You wasn't afraid of planes. You wasn't afraid of nothing else but the elevators.
It's not a fear. It's just a fact that I don't got no fucking luck with them. I get them. We get stuck. Because remind you, after that, I was living in a gated community. I got stuck again. I ask people how many times in your life have they been stuck in an elevator? How many times have you been stuck in an elevator in your life?
I never have, but another Brooklyn rapper has an issue with elevators.
Who's that?
I've heard Mano has an issue with elevators. He got stuck in hot for like 45 minutes.
You gotta understand, I'm one of the who gets stuck in the elevator 3 or 4 times in their life.
I've never been stuck in an elevator.
I'm trying to tell you, so something is wrong when I get in that motherfucker. Right. So I try to get in the ones.
Some psychic shit.
But I do listen. I go to Atlantic City a lot. I go to Vegas. I got to get in them elevators.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So certain elevators that's fly, I'm getting it regardless of what. But when they looking like the projects, like the one in here, I'm not getting them.
I'm not getting
them, brother. I'm just not. I can't do it, brother.
Have you ever seen a psychic or somebody to help you?
Because it's not that simple. I do get on elevators. It's a difference. You got people that have phobias and won't do nothing. I get on the elevator, but I know what kind to get on.
Right, okay. Excellent, man. Let's move forward, man. And thanks for sharing that, man. Because I know that was real private and personal. I don't think you ever shared that before, man.
I haven't, though.
That's an exclusive, y'all. That's an exclusive. Let's move forward, man. The world starts changing, man. You're doing what you're doing, man. The world starts shaping up and changing, man.
Right.
Where were you, man, when the whole Jay-Z Nas Ether takeover thing happened, man? What was going on at the time? Nas is your man.
Right.
What's going on at the time, man?
Nas was my man. What was I doing? What album was out then? I think we stayed on the road at a particular time, but I know Nas was going through something at that time, so I was still politicking with him. I think his moms had passed at that time,
Right.
so we was.
And you still building with Nas?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So I knew he was going through that. So then that's when that joint came out. You know, I'm on the road. You know, he's moving around, still trying to keep his head right. And then that record came out. You know what I mean?
How'd you feel, man? Did it feel like it was a personal attack? I mean, I know it wasn't directed at you.
I know, but
that's
still,
your man.
Yeah, that's the homie. But like you said, I was trying to figure it out. But you know, I understand the competitiveness and the business aspect of the music business. So I figured, you know what I mean, it was gonna happen because he got at Mobb Deep as well. So I figured it was gonna happen. Like,
Did you notice? Did you know? Like, what was going on? Did you know shit was happening that wasn't kosher between them?
You said between them?
Between Jay.
Mean, they never really been around each other for it to be to feel a vibe. You know what I mean? It's not like we in passing here and there, but we never chilled and where it was a vibe. You know what I mean? Where I could pick it up, but I understood it through, you know, when you start putting the pieces together, you know what I'm saying, and the cause of it, you know what I mean? You start putting it together and you like, okay. I see what's going on now. You know what I mean?
What was your feeling towards it though? Was it like fucked up, or was it like, oh, this is how it's gonna be, or like what you think?
I'm just doing the knowledge because it's still rap. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like we in the hood and somebody threw shots at your head. So I'm like, I know Nas can hold himself down verbally. You know what I mean? And I know Jay was at the top of his game at that particular time. So I was just trying to see it play out and see how it really was gonna go. To be honest,
you talked to Nas around that time, man.
Yeah, I spoke.
And what was he talking, man? It was
he
like
more or less he was in another zone. That wasn't really the topic of discussion because his mom's was, you know what I mean?
And that's real. That's real.
Yeah,
shit.
that's more realer. So he was like, damn, see what niggas is doing. I'm like, wow, you know, okay. You know, I mean, you know how that go, though, you know? Like,
now,
you know how it go.
Did you offer your support?
I was on that Ether album. So, you know what I mean? I was there. You dig what I'm saying? So, less said sometimes is best said. You dig? So they know my presence is felt.
Right.
Like I'm not a sucker on the mic and nothing.
No. Far from it.
So I more or less was just seeing it play out, you know. And it was just rap. At the same time, I still had to keep that in my mind. It's music,
but it's still personal. It's still rap.
It can get handled.
It can get more personal.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. It can get handled how it can get handled lyrically. How they handle it. You know what I mean. So I was just more or less just watching it play out, and it played itself out.
As a fan, personally, I thought it was over for Nas, cause Jay, the momentum with Jay was so crazy.
Right.
Takeover was so crazy.
Right.
And I could not even fathom a comeback for Nas.
Right.
But you in the studio with Nas, and you hearing Ether, you hearing him drop the shit. Are you like, yes, my nigga? This is like, did you know the tables was gonna turn, man?
I knew when he did the joint, I was like, okay, you got to throw a punch back. So.
Right. Oh, he didn't throw no punch back.
I know,
he threw
did
a fucking piano out the window.
So when he was doing, I was like, okay, this. Let's see the response from this. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you got the response when you put it out. Yeah.
And then the rest is history, man.
The rest is history.
Yo, man, you're so fucking nice on the mic, and I can't ever think you've never really been involved in any real beef.
Right.
On, you know, why is that? The cats don't fuck with you, or they know not to fuck with you, or is it the way you move?
Nah, not necessarily, because you know you always got those that don't give a fuck about nothing. But I guess, you know, I'm a respectable cat. You know what I mean? I respect brothers, so I'm sure they respect me as well. And most people's strength, that they find their strength is in the streets. You dig what I'm saying? And that's where my love is at the end of the day. Like, because everybody's strength is who in the streets. I'm sure I know somebody from everybody camp. You know what I'm saying? So it's love. I'm not saying that was the cause, but I guess, you know, just being respectable.
So,
it is what it is.
So you being respectful, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, 50 throws a shot at you, man.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Now, did you have history with 50? Did you know 50 from back in the day?
You know what? We bump heads.
Right.
Yeah.
Why would he even mention your name?
That's because that's 50, man. So why wouldn't he? And, listen, and I appreciate it.
I mean, he brought a lot of look to your name again.
Right.
And I could say, man, when you dropped your record, you were kind of respectful, but you kind of handled it accordingly, man.
Right.
And Cats was like, yo, AZ don't fucking play.
Right.
So let's get back to what I was saying earlier, man. Cats and this is no disrespect to your man,
right?
But I think this is a respectful statement to both you and Nas.
Right.
Nas is so nice,
right?
But the few records that y'all have done, cats call you the Nas killer, man.
Yo, you crazy?
I'm not crazy. I'm not making this shit up, AZ.
That's my brother, man.
I know, but have you've never heard that shit?
Nah. We compliment each other when we do records, so I don't think neither one of us outdo each other.
Is there ever a competitive nature when y'all go into the studio?
Nah, it's just like, let's make it hot. That's all it is. We want to make it hot.
When are y'all gonna do an album, man?
Listen, I'm waiting on that man.
When's the last time you spoke to Nas, B?
Not too long ago.
Yeah, he seems like he's in a very good space,
man.
He's
in a good space right now. Yeah.
You know, he's got. Have you heard some of the
yes,
record?
Sir, I heard
you heard the whole thing, or
I heard majority.
Are you on it?
Might be.
What do you mean you might be? Are you on it or
keep
not?
The excitement there, man. I might be.
Yo, B, the I remember you. Was it the Finest?
Right.
That record is crazy, man. Tell us about the creative process behind it. The Flyers. It sounded like a reunion, B.
That was crazy. That was that time. That was the era, though. That was on a Illmatic album. Yeah. That was that time when the whole ether shit was going down.
It was just like y'all was celebrating, B.
Yeah, just you know what I mean, doing what we do, man. Every time I'm with that brother, we rock out, man.
Now, there's a good rumor going on that has been going on in the streets about you for the past several years.
Right.
You know, now this is really of a personal nature, but they're saying that you know, like you won, B. They saying you won on the streets, B.
Won or what?
They saying
don't start the shit.
Yo, he's saying dead it right now. I see.
He's telling me
saying knock this off.
I already know where you going with it.
But I heard, man, that you don't have to rap anymore if you never wanted to, B.
God's crazy. Y'all niggas,
wait, so that means we're not gonna get freestyle later tonight?
Is there any? You know what I'm talking about?
I never had to rap no more.
You never had to rap no more. But you know, I heard things are very lovely in your personal life.
Yeah.
Are you?
Listen, man.
Are you dating? Are you still single? You know what? Because AZ is my man and I have a lot of history, man. I'm going to cut it, man. But there's no billionaires in your life, B?
Listen, man, I'm worth $1 trillion, man. I'm worth $1 trillion, baby.
You're saying there's some like heiress or like mogul?
I got $1 trillion staff.
So you have no heiresses and moguls in your life right now, man?
I got $1 trillion staff.
All right. Into this, read between the lines. Independent. You've been doing independent records, man.
Right.
How do you like the independent scene?
The world is good. It's good, and that's a whole nother world within itself. You know what I mean? The independent shit, because it ain't all cracked up with everybody acting like. You know what I mean? So, independent is once you learn the game of independence, you still gotta have your smarts on and your cap on, because they still won the game in that. They just changed the word. You know how they changed the word from what is it, Negro to black? You still like, you know what I mean? So independent, they still make sure they get their paper out of it. You know.
Now you reportedly sold 100,000 independently.
Yeah, more than that. Through the 3 albums I put out.
And how's that look for you on the other side, man? On the financial side.
I mean, it's cool. It's still a grind. Everything's still a grind. You know what I mean?
How you feel about the game, man?
The game is more hustle now. It's more hustle. I mean, that's not knocking those with the talent out there, but it's more hustle. It's more lucrative at the same time as well right now. You know, as far as shows, I'm hearing brothers getting 60,000, 70,000 a show. That's good.
Now,
nice.
we were talking while we were off air, and you were saying that you believe it's more hustle than talent right now.
Right.
Explain that, man.
I mean, back in the days, you know, in order to get a deal, you had to have a certain amount of talent.
The bar was, the standard was higher.
True indeed. There we go. And now it's like, yo, whoever got more hustle is going to prosper. You know what I mean? And it's not what you know or how talented you are. It's who you know. You get in the game more quicker, and the harder you go, you know, you can accumulate more. So I mean, it's more hustle than anything.
I think your man Bun B is calling you. See if this is Bun B and Premium P.
Yeah, it's got to be. He's been furiously blowing up our phones for the past 10 minutes.
Hold on for a second, AZ. I think we got a celebrity calling. Yo, Premium, what's up, man?
Oh, what's good, Combat? What's going on, homie?
I'm chilling, man. You listening to our interview with AZ?
Oh, man, it's a great one, man. AZ, what up, man? Queens in the building, man.
Yes, sir. What's good with you?
Queens, man. Brooklyn, Queens Day. That's why they made Brooklyn, Queens Day, because the people like Nas and AZ. That's why they made Brooklyn, Queens
This
Day.
is one of our co-hosts, man. Premium Peter. This is a wild Italian cat he's out in the streets tonight right now. What's going on, man? You with Bun B?
Oh, man, we're rolling around with the Trillo cheese in the building, man. We're rolling around getting ready for that Gumball 3000. Hold on one second. Let me talk to the people right quick. Hold on.
UGK for life, long live the pimp.
Yo, what up, Bun?
Come on, man, you already know. Shout out to that boy AZ in the building.
My brother, what's good with you, man?
Yo, y'all ever work together, man?
Nah, me and Bun gotta get it in. We gotta get it in, man, real soon.
Yo, what's up, Bun?
Man, you know me, man. I'm in the city getting ready for Gumball 3000, man. New York to Los Angeles in 7 days, man.
Yo, when does that start, B?
Friday morning. Friday morning we leave from Times Square, go to Toronto, then Toronto to Indianapolis, Indianapolis to Kansas City, Kansas City to Santa Fe, Santa Fe to Las Vegas, Las Vegas to LA, baby.
Woo! Now you said you've been getting ready. How do you prepare, man, for Gumball 3000, man? How do you prepare for that, man?
I mean, you know, you could drive around, a couple of different places in the hood, like from my hood to your hood, You can't just jump in the car and be like, yo, I'm gonna go do 3,000 miles. You gotta do a couple of test runs, you know what I'm saying?
Now understand you're gonna be riding with Premium?
What you say?
You riding with Premium? Is Premium gonna be riding with you?
Ride with me is my man Mike Malbone from French Top Shop.
Okay.
And Stefan Oriol, the photographer and owner of Joker Brand Clothing with cartoons. And my man Med, the tattoo artist, representing Tough City.
All right, excellent.
Graffiti. I don't know if you're graffiti head, man, the graffiti.
Excellent. Now, yo, listen, Bun. Yo, keep us posted, man. Definitely keep us posted, man, because you definitely got me open on this Gumball thing, man. And I know you've done it before, man. Just ride safely, man, and no broken arms this time, man.
What you say?
I said no broken arms this time, B. Yeah, I know the last. Can you hear me?
I can't promise that, man. I'm going hard, man.
You going hard, man? You going hard? No, you're not promising that you're not going to break no limbs?
I don't know, man. We got to see. Maybe. I don't know.
Don't break no limbs, my dude. Yo, Bun B, man, it's always a pleasure talking to you, man. Stay trill and stay safe, my dude.
You too, man. Much love, man. All y'all brothers up there, man. Salute from the Trill OG. UGK for life.
Salute, my dude. Wow, yo. So what are we doing, man? We want to wrap this up? Because, I mean, AZ's been here. He's been real patient. I know you saying we want to take a break, but it's going on 12 o'clock,
It's on y'all, man.
It's going on 12 o'clock, man.
It's on y'all, man.
Freestyle?
Oh, AZ, you want to bless us? You're not going to bless us with no freestyle,
I'll be
man?
back to freestyle,
so,
man.
So you got a choice, man. You got a choice.
What's up?
Either you give us a freestyle or we talk about the other situation.
Man, I'll be back for a freestyle.
That's that lawyer. That's that
I know. You try. What's up with that, man? You still got your hands in it?
I'm doing a couple of deals here and there, man. For some reason, man, all these reality show deals have been hitting me, man. So I've been knocking those out. What are you working on personally? Well, what are you working on right now?
I'm just trying to put this Do or Die 2 album out, and I'm trying to make my way over to that movie lane.
Okay.
So I do that, and that's where I'm at with it.
So you're working on some Hollywood stuff, man?
Yeah, I'm trying.
All right. Who are you listening to these days, man?
Listening to the old school music, disco music, few hip hop, Scarface, Rakim.
The classics.
I've listened to a lot of classics.
Any of these new cats impressing you, man?
I mean, there's a few that's nice out there.
Like name some, man.
You got. I mean, Drake is always good. J. Cole, Meek Mills. I like them. I mean, they the ones that you hear on the radio every day.
I mean, you gotta like some of that, man.
Yeah.
You definitely gotta like some of that.
Right. What's good? That's it.
That's it. Yo, AZ, man, you've given us a great interview.
No doubt.
You see what we do here, man. And don't walk away here saying that. I hope you don't think I disrespected you, man.
Oh, no.
Good. Yo, man, keep us posted on what you're working on, man. I'm glad that we reconnected.
Yes, sir.
Did you hook up with Complex? Did they hook up with you?
I didn't. You know what? I got the text later, and I didn't even reach back. It was done, so I guess I see them.
All right, cool. Well, keep me posted on what you're working on, man.
Right, my brother.
It's always a pleasure, man. And
real.
I'm glad you looking fit. Yo, AZ has not aged, man. I'm so fucking jealous, right? You haven't gained a pound, B. This man looks like he's in top fighting
That's
shape.
real. I appreciate
Yo, man,
it.
Thanks for coming through to the Combat
Yo,
Jack
thanks
Show.
for having me, man. I will be back.
Yes,
Guaranteed.
sir. Yo, as a matter of fact, you know what? Can you call Dio in here for a second? No, I'm not taking a break. We're gonna end it at 12, man. You be wanting me to go at 1 o'clock, 8 King? We done. We done.
I mean, was he had a poetry corner. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he's staying, but I want to talk to you for a second, Dio. Yo, we got the legendary Dio in the building. Yo, AZ, you can't give us 5 minutes, man. You can't leave yet. Yo, Dio, how you doing, man?
I'm good, brother. How you feel?
Yo, I was telling AZ, man, congratulations, man. Y'all been running from day one, man, since you met the brother.
It's a brotherhood. We're beyond business. So.
And this game doesn't really foster loyalty like that, man.
Nah, I mean, but we come from a loyalty era, so.
Yeah. Now, cats don't really know about you, and I know, like, you like to be behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? But condolences. I spoke to you the other day, man. Condolences, man, because you Heavy D's cousin, man.
Yeah, one of my best friends for 30-some years.
For 30, how you feel? How's the family doing, man?
It's still an open wound. Right. I don't think it's ever going to heal, and I don't think it's going to ever feel any better. I'm just getting used to the new normal.
Right.
That's all.
And I'm sure there are times, man, where you just feel like picking up the phone and calling.
I do call him, actually.
That's crazy, man.
Because his cell is still on, so.
Right.
I just listen to the message.
Yeah, well, condolences, man. But
Absolutely.
I just wanted to talk to you, man, just for a second, man, because not only were you an integral part of AZ's career, man, but you kind of helped shape the whole geopolitics of this music game, man.
Well, actually, as far as AZ's career, it wasn't even really a career; it was a lifestyle. Because, I mean, when you guys first heard of AZ, that was the first time me and AZ was working together. So, when before Pete Rock and CL Smooth came out, when Hev first came out. A was in my cousin's class. That's how we met. And I used to drive to East New York every day just to get him. On some,
from Mount Vernon. From Mount Vernon
to East New York. It was an hour every day on some whatever. I mean, we really didn't know what we was doing. It was like, yo, what up? Yo, my cousin Pete Rock got some joints. Yo, let's come in the basement. We just record.
Now,
so it was kind of different. It wasn't, right. It was a brotherhood.
Now, cats don't really know, man, but you ran Motown.
Yeah, well,
you ran Universal.
First, we ran Uptown Records. When Hev took it over, we ran it. I was the VP of the whole label. And then once they dissolved that, because Hev, it was just kind of overwhelming for him to be an artist and an executive. Then from there, I transitioned into Universal Records, and I was the VP of Universal. And from there, I was the VP of Motown. I also was over at Sony with Poke and Tone, Trackmasters, and then I had an artist, Ali Vegas, that was signed to me. And I mean, I've just done I managed Pete and CL's whole career. We did Soul For Real, Monifa, Calvin Richardson was an artist.
I remember Calvin.
That I had. Who else? I found Melanie Fiona like a couple years ago in Toronto. Wow. I currently manage Diamond, the artist from Crime Mob in Atlanta.
Oh, really? So that's why you're down in Atlanta.
Yeah. Well, I bumped into her.
But she's a star. She's a star.
Yeah, we just got nominated for Best Female Artist in the BET Awards.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations, man.
It's up against Nikki, so I don't know, but she's nominated.
Yeah. Now,
it looks good on paper.
Now, you've seen the whole transition of this industry.
Yeah.
What do you think, man? What do you think about what's going on? What's happened? Where we're headed?
I don't think there's any substance anymore. I don't think that, because when A and them was making music and Hev and L and them, like, you can pick up their music and actually learn. And it was intelligent music. Now it's just like, I got a condo on my neck. I don't understand what that means.
Why do you think it's the way it is, man?
I mean, I just think that we're living in the ratchet era, and everything is dumbed down, and everybody wants microwave food. So nobody has patience to wait for anything to get really heated up.
Now, do you think things could? I mean, nothing stays the same.
Right.
You have any predictions of where this thing is headed, man?
My prediction is that. Right, exactly. I think it's going down the toilet. But I think that when people realize that music nowadays is only going to make you famous, it's not going to make you rich.
Right.
It's going to force you to become an entrepreneur. So if you look into other avenues and don't just put all your bread and butter up against this music
put
thing.
all your eggs in one basket.
That's it. I mean, because like myself, I'm an entrepreneur. I got other businesses. AZ's an entrepreneur. He has other businesses. It's not just music. So we've grown to learn that. So I think that that's the next transition, to just build entrepreneurs. I mean, look at Jay-Z, perfect example.
It's kind of crazy, man.
Right. So
it's kind of. Well, I just wanted to salute you, man, because it's been a long time since I've seen you, and I haven't seen you and AZ in the same building in a long time.
Right.
And
I mean, you our attorney. You did the first deal.
Exactly, man. And if y'all don't know, man, look at the old self-destruction video. Dio's in there with Heavy D when he does his partner Sherlin. You work with Michael G. You work with so many of the greats.
I mean, that's how Teddy Riley got on the Michael Jackson project. Because I'm gonna tell you a funny story. We was in LA when Michael was reaching out for Heb for the record, and we didn't believe it. Right at that time, there was a television show called TV's Bloops and Blunders. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
So we went into the studio. So Heb was like, "Yo, just saying a bunch of curse words, because they can't edit that."
Right.
And then here comes this big, fat white man out of a '57 Chevy that walked into the building. All right, when he went into this room, which was the bathroom or whatever, and comes out and there's Michael Jackson. So we like, it was one door.
He was a fat man.
Yes, he wears a whole different costume when he rides around L.A.
A fat white man.
Yes. And when he came out the room, it bugged us out. Like, it was him. I was like, what is
that's some bugged out shit anyway. Like, it's bugged out just to meet Michael.
Some of the things that I've experienced, I can't even come back to the hood and tell people. They think I'm crazy or I see Martians. So that's our life. Our reality is most people's fantasy.
Of course.
So
it don't even hit that point.
We just modest. That's why I'm the way I am. That's why A's the way he is. That's our fabric. That's just how we built. It's we don't base our success off of yesterday.
Exactly. Well, listen, man. I just wanted to celebrate, just you and who you are. And I was telling AZ, man, y'all got an open door, man. Whenever y'all have a project or anything,
appreciate it, man.
New artist, whatever it is.
He got the mixtape coming out now. That's crazy.
What mixtape, man?
He working. He wasn't. See, he didn't plan on doing no radio.
Okay.
Until it was getting.
So I'm honored, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I got him to talk about the elevator thing and the whole.
Oh, you remember that?
How can I not remember that, B?
That's back in the day.
Yeah, it's back in the day. So tell us about the mixtape, man.
Well, he has more. Yeah, he working on it. It's not done, but
About to spit some hot fire.
He got some special features and some goodies on there. So.
Well, keep me posted, man. I definitely, maybe we could do an exclusive or whatever, man. But I definitely want to hear from y'all. All right, man.
Anytime, man. You're our brother, man.
Give Dio a salute, man. Give AZ a salute, man. This has been a great episode. Matt Raz, another one in the can.
Oh yeah, another classic.
Yeah. Any shout outs? Anything you got to say?
Yeah, definitely pick up those Killer Mike and LP albums out this week. Support the culture. They're both fantastic, worthy of buying and not just stealing.
And I got to get him on the show, man.
Yeah,
I like the Killer Mike album. I haven't heard the LP album.
He produced both of them.
If you want to hear Substance,
yeah, I need that, man.
Yeah, and if you want to hear Substance, man,
it's fantastic.
Definitely listen to the Killer.
There's no more food out there, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to apologize to the Orthodox Jews that I may have offended earlier.
Your brethren.
Yeah, exactly. And everybody have a happy and safe Memorial Day.
There you go, Ben Hameen.
Let me see real shout outs. Please don't stare.com, of course. We wrote the list of top 10 most ignorant moments in hip hop history this week. You should check that out on please don't stare.com. I'll be at Greenhouse this Friday with my boy DJ Trauma.
Fancy.
And
they got you in Greenhouse, or you downstairs WIP?
White linen.
What's WIP? That's downstairs.
Works in progress.
That's what the downstairs is. That's where we'll be at. Yeah, where all the greens on the ceiling and everything.
You're fancy Negro, baby.
And then Saturday we got a barbecue with my man Bobby Light for Real. Somewhere in Brooklyn, PNC family.
If I have that pork up there on the
grill? We ain't no pork. I don't know what they'll be eating. I'm straight veggie burgers over there. Straight veggie burgers. And happy birthday to SVR stylist Sarah. What up? Shout out to Preezy the Kid.
Right. It's not 106 in Park. Moving on.
But I want to freestyle. Is it Friday yet? No. All right. Yeah, that's it.
Happy birthday to Heavy D. Today's his birthday.
Oh, today's
wow.
May 24th.
Wow. Happy birthday, Hell.
Right? Yeah, it's 12 o'clock. Happy birthday, Heavy D, man. Rest in peace. Hey, King.
Damn. Shit.
You ain't think the show's gonna be that high.
Shout out to everybody who came out last night to Tammany Hall to Protect the Cosign joint, our third installment. Combat Jack Show, AZ. I mean, phenomenal, surreal, all that. We was on Instagram and all that shit. Shout out to Combat Jack, Just Blaze, who's in wherever.
Just Blaze is in the UK doing European shit.
And shout out to my dude Illmatic. He's on the. He got 2 joints on that new 50 joint that just came out. the other day with DJ Drama, the Gangsta Grills joint.
All right.
You know, and it's June, man.
Shout out to Premium Pete and for having Bun B call in.
Yo, A King word of the day. It was prorified.
Prorified?
Not purified. Prorified.
I said pure. I said pure. Like two U's.
There you go. Well, internets, you know what it is, man. Dream them dreams and then man up and live them dreams. Because a life without dreams is black and white and the universe flows.
Yeah.
And Technicolor and surround sound. Black.
More money, more murder.